Well, I can see them in my like Twitch app, not like they don't show up. Or you actually have to check the viewer list because it's not live at the moment.
Right.
So, all right. Well, I think with all that being said, we are live. So, hello to the internet out there. This is Princess of the Apocalypse, number 19. Guys, next game will be the 20th game in this crazy adventure.
And you should know this will be my second longest game I've ever played.
Really? Wow. Ah. Well, so what's the longest? Is it?
It was like, we played for like 2 years, and it was probably 30 or 35 games. Okay. But like, usually like 8 to 10 is like that prime spot, you know?
Nah.
In terms of like campaigns.
I go till TPK or everybody quits. That's how I roll.
We're gonna make it to 50, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, listen, at the rate you're going, like I'll tell you a little story. Hello, internet, by the way. We started the show. But I'll tell you a little story. In my experience, having played through Lost Mines of Phandelver, Horde of the Dragon Queen twice, Rise of Tiamat 1.5 times, Tomb of Annihilation, Out of the Abyss, Storm King's Thunder, Curse of Strahd, and Princess of the Apocalypse 3 times. Lost Mines of Phandelver was like 8 times. In my experience, it takes about 22 to 26 episodes of 3-hour sessions to complete a pre-written campaign. We are on episode 19, and we have done a quarter of the book. Because...
we're winning!
Dancing Johns.
That's playing D&D.
And that is what's great, is that you can play the same campaign multiple times with a different group of people, and every time it will be different. So, with that being said, this is the 19th episode of this wonderful show that we call Princess of the Apocalypse. So we will get, you can see everybody's character information is on the screen. I am working to get character cards with quick blobs of stats to pop up on screen. I have not done that. Did they accidentally join the cult of Howling Hatred? No, but I had a group do that one time. Initiative Coffee Company, by the way, I guess I'll come out and say that right now because they're here in the chat. So, we're sponsored by Initiative Coffee Company here at a Nerd Immersion, a wonderful coffee company where you can get $2 off if you use the coupon code that popped up in the chat. Gamers who make coffee, and they have this improved initiative blend. It's my favorite. It's great. They just sent me a whole bunch of their brand new blend. It's a light blonde roast, so I haven't tried that yet, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. I will give you guys my honest opinion of which I like, but it's great. It's a good cup of coffee. You should check them out.
I fucking love you. You have no idea how obsessed with coffee I am. Where's the link?
It's in the chat right now.
Get me
oh,
all the
hey,
coffee.
you drink it out of a Nerd Immersion.
Out of a Nerd Immersion coffee cup that you can pick up at our TeePublic store. For instance, you can get that sweet 8-bit Dancing John cup, or the t-shirts that are being rocked by 2 of the members right now. And they're super cool, and Katie, a.k.a. Lazy Mermaid, and a.k.a. Rosman on the other Monday show, did all the art for that. And just had our first Nerd Immersion coupon code, Initiative Coffee, so somebody showed up and used the coupon code. It's $2 off of your order. It is worth it. I haven't tried the new blend, but it's a light roast, so that means more caffeine. So there you go. Anyway, this is not a show just to talk about sponsorship and merchandise, though. This is a
show
game
about coffee. Let's talk about coffee.
That's gonna be.
We can't do that.
Don't spoil it, Ted.
No, I'm not going. They are. If they were there last time, if they were there, they heard. We talked about it before.
Oh, that's true.
Just for you guys, we're partnering with a D&D celebrity for a charity roast next month.
Ooh.
So there you go. But anyway, we talked about it last year. We talked about it earlier. Every year I do a 24-hour charity stream for Extra Life on the Extra Life Game Day, Tabletop Game Day weekend. I've done 2 years in a row of 24-hour streams. It was a continuing campaign that took place over 2 years, with the party starting at level 3 going to like level 12. It was crazy. It involved a lot of pumpkins. Sometimes there were princesses. people that invented OSHA. It got crazy. Right?
Ted lets me be. He let me be extra for the extra stream. I appreciate it.
But this year that story has concluded, and this whole campaign we decided earlier on is going to be called. The whole theme is going to be Homebrew is the name of a coffee shop in Waterdeep, and everybody plays a person. Each new 3-hour shift of players is a new shift of employees at the coffee shop. So that's going to be the 24-hour stream, is craziness happening in a D&D coffee shop in Waterdeep. And we'll see how much stuff I can come up with for that. But anyway, I digress yet again. So, let's talk about what happened last time. So the party of the Dancing Johns, as some or all of them may be called, depending on who is doing the introductions, made their way to a place called Scarlet Moon Hall, an area cloaked in a smoky haze where fires and pyres were burning all over the place, and little secluded camps scattered the landscape of this hill of this old broken down building, where people were waiting for some great druid to do some great fire ritual that was going to help cleanse the area and break down a lot of the natural disasters and craziness that's been plaguing the Sword Coast and the Somber Hills, the Desserin Valley, really as a whole. So the party poked around a little bit, but they started last time having felled 2 of these cultists who had just brought a burning effigy to life in the form of a fire elemental caged inside a wicker construct that they defeated. As other folks started to show up, hellhounds, trainers and hellhounds and all of this stuff, and when our wonderful, intelligent wizard Ozzy said, I've got the way to get out of this, I'm going to use my awesome spell and my cool 6th level abilities, and I spent ridiculous amounts of gold getting these badass tattoos from Brittany from Lightning Dragon Tattoo in Waterdeep. I got these badass tattoos. I'm going to teleport me and Lilith away with a thunderous explosion. I'm using my Thunder Step spell. Badass moment. Looked awesome. However, it made a localized thunderclap that is audible that brought everybody. So this brought some other cultists. This brought arrow-launching people that could set their swords aflame, werewolves, all sorts of craziness. I believe the total came to something around 20-plus enemies overall. Magmans were encountered as well, little fire creatures. Things that basically look like dwarves with hairs made of and beards made of flame. Craziness happened. The party somehow miraculously survived between their own cunning as well as a couple of strategic allies that they made, some inadvertently, with a water cultist spy and a low-level druid who helped them in the fight to put out to extinguish this enemy force, if you will. And then the party... I know, thank you. Then the party took a long rest and descended beneath the rubble inside Scarlet Moon Hall to find a tunnel that led to a great door. A door of dwarven craft that they've seen on 3 other such occasions, with 3 or 4 little emeralds and 4 symbols above each. Now having in their possession a cube of ice that never melts, that has other powers, a little flower made of fire, a pen made of a quill a quill made of some sort of feather that has never-ending ink, and a tiny little stone petrified Ankh-egg eyeball. When all touched to this door, each in turn, one of these little lights, little gems, lit up, and the door slid into the ceiling, and the party saw before them what seems to be some sort of worked stone, underground, temple, labyrinth, something. And that is where we ended last time. So, I would like to pose to the party, what's the plan for tonight?
Well, we got... I think we're wanting to camp.
Where are we actually physically located there, Ted?
You are currently standing in underneath Scarlet Moon Hall, the door having risen into the ceiling, and you see a worked stone hallway leading to the extent of your dark vision. And there is basically waves of heat, geothermal, just air, just hot, stale air just blows and hits you in the face. And just the whole area you're in is significantly warmer just from being in this vicinity. And you can see, again, kind of alcoves braring off of this central hallway that is... there's a general kind of flame-like glow that you can see. It doesn't light up everything fully, but there's definitely fire or some sort of heat source and light source significantly further in. Ceilings are about 15 foot high, and this seems to all be of some sort of dwarven construction, just from the quick glance. And that is where you guys are currently. No one, as far as you know, is aware of your presence. So if you wish to enter, then I would need stealth checks. If you wish to close the door, then tell me you wish to close the door, and we'll go from there.
I whisper.
I had a long rest.
You did have a long rest. You are fully healed. Spell slots and everything are back. Abilities and whatnot are all returned. So, I leave that to you.
So, I feel better. Not going to lie. I do feel better after rest. But, that's scary.
I agree.
Same.
Yeah. I'm not feeling hot about this.
But
Mean-
I high five.
Igni scorns. What are we going to we need more supplies? Do we even know what is in here? I feel like I'm a little in the dark if
I'm
I
not-
do say so myself.
Yeah, I'm not super gung-ho about charging forth like we normally do. We normally tally-ho. But I think this time I kind of want to... My battle sensibilities are telling us that we need to strategize a little bit more.
I am all for that.
So,
That sounds good to me.
Research is my specialty.
Oh, like with books?
Igni, how long have we known each other? You know I
Wait.
like books.
Wait, Ozzy, you have
Yes.
books?
Yes, Vanan.
So, but we cannot go back to Waterdeep. I kind of, So,
Well, I think the general consensus is that we don't want to be here, so we should just leave for now, and we can figure out the rest when we're out.
so we just start the walking.
Didn't we leave like a bunch of bodies outside too?
It's just
Yes,
like a
you
war zone.
did leave a bunch of bodies outside. You
Yeah.
also know that there were other camps when you were there in the night,
Yeah.
and they have all since left
Yeah.
in the morning, as with the destruction of the elemental as well as the kind of higher druid power here, the smoke has lifted and the area is now fully visible to anybody. So you now have clear sight that none of the other camps that didn't join the fight, they have since disappeared.
Peaced out.
I mean, if
So-
you were to go check, I'll just tell you, you'll see tracks. They did leave. They didn't, like,
Oh, okay.
disappear.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean,
So-
I do think it would be in our best interest to take a step back and think about what we've done so far and why all of this is happening.
Or we cannot just stand around pontificating. Should we maybe find a place to do these? We have
Yeah.
to go somewhere unless we're going to stand right here in this open doorway.
Doorway. Make me a perception check, Igni.
Oh gosh. All right, here you go. I think now that's actually pretty high for me now. Oh no, it's not. Oh well. Oh yes, it's a 21.
You hear maybe 100 plus feet down in these corridors, you hear like a huh?
gonna just like.
Yeah, you guys can hit the button that basically
Close that
shuts
door.
that door. Yep.
The door.
Okay, you do, and as the door, you push the, basically it drops or it opens. I have to decide, I can't remember what I said, but basically the door is shut, and you can see from your side of things that while you are standing here, you were each given a piece of one of these things, and you do still feel that reverberation. And you can still see that the lights are not lit as things haven't been touched, but since Lilith, you are currently holding the chunk of never melt ice, you can feel it kind of resonating. Igni, you can feel the fire flower resonating. Ozzy, the feather, quill pen, and Vanan, the Ankeg petrified eye. You can feel the resonation that these things have a purpose when touched to this door. You know that already from last time, but again, as the door shuts and you're within the vicinity, you can feel that again.
So good news, we know there is something down there. I think that is a good recon. We did the thing. Okay.
Information has been gained.
We know we're
learned
gonna
something?
want to come back here.
We are going to. So here is my question. We have come across not one, not two, not three, but four. Now, 4 of these doors.
Yes.
Are they all connected?
Maybe.
Probably.
Leading to
sounds right.
same
There's a pretty good
place?
chance if they're all basically look exactly the same. It's a pretty good chance they were probably made by the same people, or they are all connected.
Or do they? I guess we should go to read your books.
Can do that.
That is where you get more information, right?
Do we know of a place we can go to though to do that?
There's anywhere but Waterdeep because of the whole Iggy and I doing.
You know what? There's got to be something. Do I have? I lived on the road my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know any place we could go to get this like information, or a place where maybe we could have access to a library?
How far is Candlekeep?
Always.
Far.
Yeah.
So we're not even
Yeah,
close.
we're talking like
we-
200 plus miles. Easy.
What about Summit
how did you get
Hall?
here?
How far away from Summit Hall are we?
Oh, that's
Summit
good.
Hall, you're not too far. Let me see here. Summit Hall from Scarlet Moon Hall. You're not. They have, again, while they are more of a martial base, they do have a meager library, but it is more or less holy things than holy texts more than arcane, tomes. From Summit Hall, from where you guys are currently, as the crow flies, 3, 6, 9, 12, about 20 miles as the crow flies. However, between you and there, you're in the Somber Hills. There's the river, which you know when you went to Riverguard Keep, which is not too far from, that's where you left to come to Scarlet Moon Hall. Riverguard Keep, that part, the river, the Desserin River, is 2 miles wide at this current point before you get to the other side, which is, again, climbing up the Somber Hills to get over. Your fastest route would probably be to take to the Cairn Road to go south. Actually, get on the Larch Path, go through Red Larch to either go south along the Cairn Road, through Wamford, and up the Desserin Road to Summit Hall, or the way you did last time, hit Red Larch, go all the way up the long road to Westbridge, down the Stone Trail, over the Stone Bridge to Belliard, and then down to Summit Hall. There's no direct path there at the moment, although you can get there if you so choose.
Lilith is going to want to ask you guys, Summit Hall would be well protected and we could rest easy there. But obviously, I look over at Ozzy and I'm like, it doesn't have the most extensive library. I do need to report to my superiors at some point, but I can also write them a letter.
I was about to say, can we send post?
Well, also I can send a message if you need to. Get that
Oh, yeah.
All right, you took sending, right? Or
Yep.
Yeah.
What about visiting Renwick again?
I knew it was coming.
Option? Why
Do
is
we want to bother the Lich, though? The Lich.
Well, we
have
have
to be
so many
honest.
questions about
The
the
Lich and I
Mancuso.
are on good terms.
yes, but it is still Lich, still dead, still in all full aspects evil.
Semantics. I also need to ask him about this like bite that I have. It's actually Ozzy.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
what-
not like it's like pretty
Do you know what bit you?
painful. Well, yeah, you were there.
The big
Well, I was kind of
dog.
running around in a frenzy. so-
Well, I tell you, big dog.
Well, it was like a man dog. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a
The
werewolf.
werewolves.
Oh no.
Yeah, there were werewolves, but you know, sometimes some people like can get bit and nothing
Werewolves
happens.
are not real. That is silly.
No, werewolves
they
are very,
are.
real,
They're super real.
very terrifying and can spread their
You not know about
lycanthropy to
werewolves?
others.
Yeah, I kind of like fell asleep at that part of my training, so I don't really remember all the details. But I know it's bad if you get bit, and you really need to get it checked out. So sorry, I didn't mean to like bring it down, you guys, but I kind of need to get this.
Yeah, we should probably get that checked out.
I mean, we could also just let you turn into a wolf.
No.
No, you don't.
No, I'm joking.
I remember that part. You don't. I won't be myself, you guys.
Yeah, no, I like my life where it is.
Whoa.
I don't want to be mauled by a werewolf.
No.
Lilith.
Do you guys know when the next full moon is?
Do we know when the next full moon is?
I know,
Tomorrow.
I was about to say, what do we roll a nature for that?
I'll let Vanan make a nature check because I feel like it's never been important till now.
Yeah.
Because
Now
you
it
guys
As
like
soon as you get bit and failed, that says immediately like, oh shit, another thing I have to track.
no, I prepared for this.
I promise. That's actually a 19. It's not bad.
Okay. So let me ask you, but without obviously the very real metagame reason why we need to know when this is. How much of Vanan's general like day-to-day nightly routine, since he does trance and gets to spend a lot of it awake, is is it just like a casual thing? Would he pay attention enough to know that? Let me ask you that. Because if that's not, if you tell me yes, then I will absolutely tell you. I just the nature tech is very good, and
Yeah, no, it's strong, but
I like I said,
no, I agree. Actually, he kind of just wanders around in circles, just around the camp. It's like what he does. He
Okay.
just hangs out with any wildlife that comes near,
Okay.
and just like checks stuff out. Sometimes he reads Ozzy's books,
Yeah, sometimes he does.
and sometimes he
Better watch
dances
yourself.
on himself.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me. If you think he would know.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right.
I feel like-
How about this? How about you roll a d20, Davis, and if you beat me on my d20 roll, you know. If I win, Vanan was too busy reading Ozzy's books.
I got a 13.
I got a 17. So
Okay.
you were too busy reading Ozzy's books, playing with Geonid and all of your other pets that you've acquired. Full moon didn't really come into play. So you guys don't know at the moment, and nobody has druidic magic to like druid craft that answer. So
It's true. Okay, let us think of this. You think Summit Hall is best place? We can at least check in. We can maybe fix this disgusting bite. And do we know if they will have the information we need? What is it, in fact, we are searching for? How do you go about finding knowledge in books?
I actually may be able to get some information from somewhere without actually having to go there. I
What
may
is
be
this
able-
witchcraft?
I may be able to send a message to my mother.
Oh, that is new.
My mother's a researcher, and she specializes in reading and knowing things, and I could potentially maybe ask her to look up some things for me.
This is good news.
As
This
long
is
as I know exactly what we need to ask her to do for us. She
Oh,
could
I
maybe
see.
do it, but then I'll owe my mom a favor, and
Is that bad?
we'll find out.
I will also tell you, because you brought it up, proximity-wise, you are about 3 miles over hilly terrain, but about 3 miles from the Sacred Stone Monastery currently.
Oh.
3 miles from Sacred Stone Monastery, 6 miles from Feathergale Spire, another 3 miles from Riverguard Keep where you came from, and
Wait a minute, did we ever find the door at Feathergale Spire?
you never did.
We never did find a door there.
Nope.
But I tell you,
You didn't really go looking though.
No.
We-
You were
Did
too
nothing.
busy riding high on a sneaky, sleepy dick stabs.
True.
So you didn't really get into
Igni was riding high.
yeah, you didn't really explore either, like the area. There is a significantly large valley all around
Yeah.
the spire, but you guys didn't really venture out. You were just like, let's get out of here.
so I tell you, my Igni senses, they are tingling. And they tell me that these places are all really close. It is possibility that all the doors lead to the same place, just, different ways in.
And all of these places are basically, for the most part, they're less than 10 miles apart, the various locations. But to that point, if they are all connected, we're talking like, this is like at least 40 miles in different directions, these
Oh, I
places.
see.
But they are all the same door, and they are all clearly dwarven construction. So potentially, based on what you guys would know about
if we
dwarves,
know
that's
they are
not
all
unreasonable.
dwarven, maybe that is where to start.
Potentially.
Yeah, Vanan doesn't want to be here, so he's just turning around and leaving.
We should
We
probably.
we can walk and talk.
He doesn't say anything. He's like, I don't want to be here.
Can I also have the fire flower and the ice back?
Oh,
And put it in the bag and
sure.
have refrigerated bag of holding.
Bloop.
Bloop. Fire flower. I wear the flower as a lapel.
It's sweet. It glows.
Don't lose that.
It looks, like I said, for all intents and purposes, a D&D equivalent of the Super Mario Brothers Fire Flower. That's what this looks like.
I mean, I really like this flower because I can do this now, and I cast control flames.
Oh,
and you can make it dance and move all around and whatever you want to do.
So where were we? Yes, dwarves. I think this is good place to start. There is something there. If all these places have dwarven influence, if you would, the doors anyways, and they are all same, then whether these places are connected or not, physically, does not mean they are not connected in terms of purpose.
That makes sense.
Vanan, how do you feel about this?
I don't want to go down there. Vanan's already walked away.
Well, we all walking with you. We're walking and talking. At least
Van-
Digby is. I'm following behind Ben. I have no reason to stand here.
Vanan's not talking.
Savannah, why don't you want to go down there?
Well, I just don't want to go down there.
But why?
Reasons? Why don't you want to go down there?
I mean, there's probably things
Well, because I am out of health
terrifying,
potion.
but I would also like to learn of what's actually going on here.
I choose those reasons.
Can I roll an insight?
Sure. Make me an insight check.
Not very wise.
A smart wizard is a dangerous wizard.
No, I only rolled a 7.
Yeah. That's Vanan. It's a
Well,
weird dude.
What we can do for now, before we actually get into exploring what's actually going on with these cults and these doors and all these things, we can make our way over to our lich friend if you really want to go see him. We can go say hello.
Well, let's
Sure.
go back to this mother thing. Where is this mother? How do we contact her? You just send.
Oh, I can just send her a message right now.
Okay. So see, that would be. Let's start. Hey, that is there. Can we send her a message? What are we putting in it?
What do you want me to? Hold on. Okay, so should we have her look up or tell me what she knows about elemental
Yes, occultist, elementals, and dwarves.
and dwarves?
The only elemental name we've gotten right is Ogreymok.
Oh yes, names.
Correct. You do know that. Which you know to
That's
be
the
a
old
significant
one, right?
earth elemental. Primordial, basically.
We don't know any names of any of the other.
Correct.
Oh!
Or if there are any. I
if
mean,
there are, we just know that there's like at least one, and that like all these people are worshiping him for some reason.
correct.
Oh,
And you know
yes,
that it's bad news.
We know it's bad news. We don't want him coming back, but we
Yes.
don't. So it's like we're trying to figure that out, and it's like I don't know.
yes,
And
put
that
way.
was found, and again, because it's been a little while, and we're kind of getting to the point where the party's trying to figure out what the plot is, for the first time in a while. You found this all out at the Sacred Stone Monastery, which did have Durgar presence there at that place, and was also very clearly dwarven make above ground. And you guys know that there is people were taken below, and then you found that door that you couldn't get past. So that was a thing you also found.
Oh, I remember that. It was down there in the dungeon with all the people we freed and fed.
And that guy, the dwarf that you met there, was like, "Oh my god, they stole all my books." And you guys were like, "This books?" And he's like, "Yeah!"
Yeah, I remember that.
So what was that name that we found out?
Ogremach.
Ogre.
Ogremach.
Yes, add that to the list.
So I'm going to ask about elemental cults, ancient dwarven ruins in the Desserin Valley, Ogremach.
Yes.
Mhm.
Anything else I should throw in there?
Is this a via ascending spell?
Yes. I'm limited. I'm counting.
I'm gonna say you got 25 words, so
I'm
gotta make
counting
these
the
count.
words. I'm writing out what I'm gonna say. Anything else? We think we're good.
That
I think
seems.
we're good.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think this thing.
Lycanthropy.
Yeah, that's probably got to be looked at in person.
We can just take you to someone at your place, right? That's like
Lycanthropy.
got clerics and paladins and stuff. That's like what they do.
Yeah, maybe ask your mom, like, can she send us a book?
No.
Sending is
don't
words, so 25 words, and then you send it. They get a 25-word response per casting of the spell. So if you have access, you have multiple third-level spell slots, or
Yep.
2,
I have 3.
3. So you have
Maybe
3
your
uses of it.
You should tell her we are going to Summit Hall. That way she can write us with more words back.
Or she can maybe just give names of people or towns that we could
Yep.
go to. For where where that would be. I mean, Waterdeep is definitely going to be on the list, but I'm sure. I don't want to freak your mom out,
So I
but
should just say we'll be at Summit Hall.
Yeah. Yeah, contact at Summit Hall.
All right, as you're working this all out, Lilith, something pops into your head. A message pops into your brain, and you hear a familiar voice of a woman who you know quite well. A woman whose voice sounds as though she smokes like 30 packs of cigarettes a day. And you hear, and it starts off, I gotta remember to count these, ready? And it goes, Lilith, we've got rumors of a witch terrorizing, that's one word, people at a local ranch and some sort of barbarian burial ground north of Westbridge. If you can check it out, that'd be great.
Is that
Lady Stormbanner. And you know, through the instinctual version of how this spell works, you have 25 words to respond.
I say, Roger that. Heading to Summit Hall right now. It's an emergency. See you soon. But like, see you. I guess that doesn't matter. But
Happy face emoji.
Yeah, right.
that
And then,
takes up 3 character spaces.
yeah. Then you actually get a response back through a second version of this spell. and she says, "Wonderful. It'd be great to see you. It's been too long. Also, it's a fire witch. I don't know if I said that last time.
You did not.
See you soon."
Good thing it's not a sandwich.
Ah!
That was bad.
Vanan just left. Davis is gone.
You broke him.
That was bad. I'm sorry, guys.
You know what,
That was
Brittany?
beautiful.
You can have an instance of inspiration where you can re-roll a d20 roll of your choice because I admire bad puns.
Yeah.
Have
Yay.
Bad pun's the best.
I'm the worst joke teller in the world. Like, I can't tell a joke to save my life. Like, just setting me up.
Bad. I mean, fire witch. Like that sounds like it's maybe because I want to eat
Oh.
the sandwich.
I am very hungry.
I mean, I could have made this witch be in ties with the Earth cult, and then I could have been like,
She would have been a sandwich.
I guess you could call her a sandwich. But no. Anyway, so that's what you get. You and then that just. But again, this is only in your head, and you respond mentally to this, so nobody else is aware of this happening.
Does she make a funny look on her face when she?
Probably, I would guess, or not. This is Lilith.
That's what I'm asking.
Just
While she's
stone
doing it?
fucking apathy.
Yeah, right.
While she's like focused on this and her eyes are closed, I'm just gonna like walk up. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to write Vanan on her forehead.
Wow.
It lasts for an hour. That's it.
On my forehead?
She can still see and hear you.
I can still see and hear you. I don't like
well, you're focused on the message though, so I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure Lilith had been trained to do this with her eyes open. So I'm gonna say you could start, but
Yeah, no, I try to.
okay.
It's like, you know, when police officers are like, have you ever like listen and they have their little walkie-talkie like burr, 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 and they like listen to it and they're still able to carry a fucking conversation. That always
Oh yeah.
blows my mind when they could just like listen to their radio and then like still
Talk.
be engaged in
Oh, yeah,
conversation.
my
I'm
brother
just
does
like,
that all the time. He's a paramedic, and I'm like, how do you focus on 17 things?
That's insane, right?
yeah, but Lilith, I would say that's probably equivalent to what that message is for
Makes
Lilith.
sense.
It's her walkie-talkie. So you're probably gonna like move your hand to do prestidigitation, and she's just gonna gently grab your fist and bring it back down.
I'll back up.
Do one of these.
Ignis going to say,
my house.
Lilith, you have that look of nothing.
We haven't responded yet. She's still mentally.
I do one of these. I'm just like,
Oh,
hey guys, we've got to go to Summit Hall ASAP.
well, that was planned, yeah?
Yes.
Now it's a mission because
Oh.
I'm being summoned.
But I get to, is there other people to kill?
Yeah.
Oh, there are? Well, what are we waiting for?
Okay.
You can-
Let's get going. I'm
Oh,
gonna
did
miss
we
it.
determine?
Scares me a little bit.
Did we determine when the next full moon is?
We don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Guess so.
I mean, like at night, we can look up in the sky and determine.
Oh, and
I
don't
know.
don't you worry, because the moon plays a very big part in the other campaign set in this universe. I know when the moon is.
Oh,
Because I've said in that campaign when the full moon was, and they're in the future. So I know where we are. So the moon, don't worry, it's fully being tracked.
Did I figure it
Okay.
out?
He's like his own farmer's almanac.
I am.
All right, great. Well, let's get to move on to Summit Hall. I'm gonna send a message to my mother, and have her send info to Summit Hall when she can.
Okay.
Cool. Let's go.
Look,
Alright.
we just
I'm
made a
ass.
plan.
Sending
Okay.
to
Tell
my
me
mom.
when you say what.
I say, "Hey, Mom, it's Ozzy. Need info. Elemental cults, ancient dwarven ruins in Desserin Valley, Ogremark, lycanthropy cures. I'm at Summit Hall. Love you."
Okay. All right, so there's gonna be
Best son ever.
so there's gonna
That
be
was so good.
there's gonna be a beat, obviously, before she responds because you just threw a shit ton of information at her and she's got 25 words on the first response. All right, so let's see.
I'm going to kill you. How dare you do this to me?
Let us see.
She's
Sorry,
a
Mom.
wizard. She probably knows, right?
She's not a wizard.
Nope.
Oh, but just a researcher.
Yep.
Oh,
So
well, then
she knows that she's got 25 words to respond,
Does.
but can't
Because her husband is a wizard.
can't reinitiate the conversation. So it ends in these 25 words. All right. Which ones do I want you to know? That's basically how I have to look at this.
Does that mean we asked all the right questions?
You asked some of the right questions,
Oh.
or some questions that you could have had answers to way earlier on, but certain other things happened.
Oh, I see.
Which is fine. So let me get you the info on where is it? So elemental cults. I feel like you guys are starting to get a handle on that. So let's go with Ogremok. Let's see what we can give you for him. Let's see. Okay, so we'll go with Ogremok for now. So you get let's see. How is she gonna 25 words? Oh jeez. Oh, she's gonna have a regular voice. Your dad's got the accent. I've decided that.
Okay.
So she's gonna say, "Hello, Ozzy. Great to hear from you." That's 7. Ogremok, Prince of Elemental Earth, the mountain that walks, Earth Primordial, let's see, what other information can I give you? Creates gargoyles, summons elementals, and then she'll say Sverfneblin War. And she'll say, let's see, and then she'll say Black Earth. It's 25.
Cool. Okay. So my mom gave me some info. Ogremok, he's the Prince of Elemental Earth. He is known as the Mountain That Walks. He's an Earth Primordial. He creates gargoyles, summons elementals, and then she said something about the Sverfneblin Wall.
Hey.
person.
Hey, Ozzy, do you think
Sverfneblin
that...
is a type of gnome. They are deep gnomes.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're gnomes that typically live in the Underdark.
Oh. So
You know how,
That's-
like, are they like those things, you know, like when you're down, they're like little, but they're like the normal gnomes up here, but they're like kind of like dicks? Sorry. Is that what you're talking about?
What?
This guy? This
I'm
is Van.
both.
That
They're
was gonna
just
say.
gnomes that live in the Underdark.
Yeah. Is that what's for whatever the thing you just said is?
Is Rev Neblin?
Snurv Neblin?
How much research would Ozzy know about Svirfneblin?
Probably not much, but you know what they are.
Okay, so you would know. I'll give you a general overview on Svirfneblin then. So they are, again, as you eloquently put it, they are deep gnomes, underdark dwelling gnomes. Dark gray skin. The men typically don't have any hair. They're usually bald. They have an affinity for earth-based shaping magic. They're not known to be particularly hostile, which is a strangity, I guess, if you will, a rarity in the Underdark. Most things are evil and awful and hate all things. They're not particularly evil in any way, shape, or form. They have, to that point, through what little information you have, they have one major city in the Underdark, and that has been besieged by Drow and several other different races over the course of history. But it's not unheard of for them to make their way to the surface. Sometimes they do. And some become well integrated into society for the knowledge and the information that they can provide on stonework and whatnot. But as far as them being dicks, per se, nothing explicitly. I know.
This is Davis. This is just Vanon's perspective on the.
No, I'm just throwing it out there that
All things in the Underdark.
since Vanan said, "Are they dicks?" I mean, as much as anyone anywhere could be a dick, is what you know, Ozzy. How you choose to convey that, that is your own.
I mean, they're not really dicks.
Oh, okay.
Gnomes that happen to live
They're not really
in the Underdark.
I guess the ones I know.
I mean, do you know someone who's a dick on the surface world?
No,
Yeah,
I know,
lots of
like,
them.
I mean, I know you guys. I know a few other people in the service world. I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
what you mean.
it's about the same as it would be down there. They just live underground.
We're walking, right?
I don't know if that's the case, but okay.
Guys, I'm more concerned about the fact that it sounds like we're gonna have to go into the Underdark.
I'm sorry, post what?
I'm not too about that, personally.
Yeah, me neither. But it sounds like that might be what's gonna happen. And
I mean, it may not necessarily be the Underdark. It may just be a tunnel underground. It could go to the Underdark. I mean, the Underdark is pretty big. I don't know if we have to go that far down.
And I'll say that you would know that there are multiple levels: middle dark, upper dark, lower dark, as far as the Underdark goes, and
It's pretty big.
and you can get there pretty much anywhere because it's everywhere. Like, it is the substrata of Faerun is the Underdark.
it's the same. It's the reciprocal of the upper world.
Correct, but twisted and dark and primarily evil.
So I
Yeah.
tell you, I know I look like brown, yeah? But I in fact do not like
Wait,
this
Ignan,
idea.
you're a drow?
Ahaha. Ahaha. You're so funny. Jokes today. It's like, no, I'm serious. This is bad. We have gotten a little maybe in over our heads, yeah?
I don't really want to go down there. That's,
Well, I can tell you guys, I think that'll probably wait a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit about what Lady Stormbanner.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Yeah. She apparently me, but that kind of, I mean, you guys don't have to go, but I figured by default you're gonna also go. We've got to check out there's like a fire witch and somebody else that's fucking with some shit.
Wait, witch? There are
Witch?
witches?
what
Yeah,
kind of witch?
fire witch.
Not a
Fire
sandwich.
I mean, we are dealing with a bunch of different elementals. It's possible that she has a sandwich friend.
Okay.
Maybe they're in an elemental coven. I don't know. I don't know the details. But
I'm all thinking about just toasted sandwiches right now, and now I'm hungry.
I know. A panini witch.
These are all going in the notes.
We don't want to fight the hoagie witch.
What about a po' boy witch?
All right.
Oh, she's gonna be extra spicy. Anyway, so yeah, we gotta do that. It's like a fire witch. And what did you say? A wizard?
There's a wizard too?
The info that she gave to you mean?
Yeah.
She said that it was some sort of fire witch terrorizing some locals at some sort of barbarian
Right.
barbarian like burial site.
Oh,
Gotcha. So yeah, just like kind of think about it for a second. So, yeah, it's some fucking burial site that's sacred to barbarians that we have to go to.
And she told you it was north of Westbridge, which from where you guys are is pretty much a straight shot north through the hills as the crow flies, but it's a pretty long distance from where you are. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah,
Well,
it's close to 30 miles or so north.
I'm sure Lady Stormbanner will give us more details about this particular mission. But yeah, that's why we're kind of in a hurry to get back up to, and because this fucking hurts, you guys. This really
Yeah, I'm actually going to send a message to someone about
I was
that.
about to say, yeah, I don't mean to be bearer of bad news, but it looks gross.
Well, I think it's getting infected. Like I
It
don't ever
smells
get. I know. I never get infections. you
like
guys,
a
never.
dog. It smells like
I'm smelling it too. It's not comfortable. Have you ever seen me complain about being in pain?
oh no, in fact, I don't know that I have. So
Yeah. What I'm saying is this is really fucking painful.
I'm so excited about these sandwich witches. I'm sorry.
God.
I know you guys are going through very real role playing, but I'm like writing down sandwich puns. Like that's what I'm doing right now. So
Hoagie witch.
yeah, and I feel like it's not a coven.
I feel like
it's
the
an
hoagie witch is
oven.
equivalent to like the hill giant.
It's an oven of
It's-
witches.
It's an oven of witches,
Oven of witches.
which is what I wrote right here. If you can see,
Oh yes.
oven of
Oh,
witches right there.
Yes.
So
And fucking po' boy witch is the spiciest of them all. Wait,
That
Bon
bitch is
Me!
so-
There's a fucking hag named Bon. She's not a witch. She's a hag. Bon. Anybody?
Wait,
Bon
what?
me?
yeah, I
You
got
ever had
it.
a bon? Okay.
God damn it.
Yes, I got
I
it.
just understood what you said.
I
So
understand.
banh mi.
Yeah,
A banh
banh
mi.
mi is great. It's one of my favorite dishes. So
There's
Yeah.
a bond may please behind word from me. I go there all the time.
all right, cool. So that is now a thing that may or may not. And when I say may or may not, I mean will absolutely 100%
100%. Yes,
come into
happened.
effect.
It's going to be a delicious, delicious encounter.
Should have.
Yes. And it actually, you know what? Nope, no more spoilers. Anyway, so, what are you guys doing?
So
'Cause-
we're still walking to
Okay.
We're still just
Summit
walking.
Hall.
Okay,
We're going to Summit Hall, and I'm also going to send another sending
to
to my sister.
okay. And what are you saying to your sister?
I'm saying, hey, Misty, it's Ozzy. What do you know about curing lycanthropy? You still owe me 15 gold. Haven't forgotten. Thanks, sis.
Okay. All right. So she'll respond with how long has it been since you talked to her?
Probably about 4 years.
Oh, okay. Wow. So she'll say, hey, Ozzy, it's been a while. I don't know what you're talking about with 15 gold. Most clerics worth their salt should be able to remove lycanthropy. Are you a werewolf? And that's the end of her sending.
And I sit there and I'm like, I only have one more spell slot left. So I let her know. I'll let her know tomorrow. I'll let her sweat for a little while.
that she's like not gonna pay you back. Like
She's not gonna hit you back. She's gonna sweat.
Mm.
Worth
Well,
the 15 gold.
We're not paying you back.
My sister's a dick, guys.
There you go, Vanan. Dick on the surface, right there.
There you go, my sister.
Oh no, I meant dicks are everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway.
Just my personal experience with people in the Underdark is that they're dicks.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right, so I'll, as we're continuously walking, I'll be like, well, Lilith, good news. My sister, who's a cleric, told me that any cleric who is a decent enough cleric should be able to remove whatever issue is going on if you do have lycanthropy.
okay. I mean, I think I knew that.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. I just mostly want to. She takes a moment and she's like, "Fuck, do we have clerics at Summit Hall?
I was about to say, do we know any clerics?
Do we have clerics at Summit Hall?"
I mean, I know the one, but she's very far away.
They're more like one may pass through, but for the most part, it's paladins.
Okay. So that's Lilith is just like, I know I need a cleric. I mostly wanted to know if they had anybody, if they knew of anybody near us.
I mean, we may be able to find out if we go there. We go once we get to Summit Hall, we can ask them and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you're a cleric."
Yeah, you guys, like I said, there's no super direct route to Summit Hall. You guys are obviously heading there, which is fine. So let me, again, you guys saw, I sent you that kind of map earlier, but that's besides the point. So you basically can continue south through the Somber Hills, which will take you past the monastery where you're wanting to go there. Travel across kind of open, grassy terrain along the river, if you so choose, to basically Wamford, where there is a bridge that you can cross. You guys spent a little time in Wamford when you destroyed a bunch of boats and
Was
stole
that the
some
bridge
things.
we tied ourselves to?
No, that was the stone bridge, which is the far
Oh,
north.
okay, the far one to the north.
You could go that way, which would take you closer to this location that you were told to go to, Lilith, north towards Westbridge. So basically, I just need to know what your heading is. Are you going to go south to try to cross the bridge in Wamford to go north to Summit Hall? Are you going to go north or west? If you go west, you can catch the road, make your way through Red Larch if you wanted to, and then go to Westbridge and then east and south, or just go straight up north through the hills to get to that stone bridge, that one where you had to where you latched yourself to the bridge because it's kind of all windy and super high up.
Right.
Which way would you guys like to go?
Looking. The Death
Oh.
Ranger.
I mean, I say we choose most direct route. I prefer
Yeah.
not to have to tie myself to a bridge, I'll be honest.
Same.
Okay. Again, the most direct route involves you fording a 2-mile wide river. Because the most direct route is you guys are literally due west of Summit Hall, but it's through the hills and then across a 2-mile wide river.
We can hire somebody to, boat us across, right?
You destroy the only thing you saw nearby on the water was a weird sanguine keep with destroyed boats and weird sexual positioned things.
Right,
That's the
so-
nearest. That's the nearest port, if you will, where all the boats were destroyed, or not, or just not there entirely.
So what you are telling me is that we have to go Tall Bridge to the north.
Well, or to the south to Wamford. Basically, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go through the hills to the north to go across that shitty bridge, go straight south to go across in Wamford, and then turn around to go back north?
We don't
We're at
know when the
Riverguard
next.
Keep?
Hey, you went to Riverguard Keep. That's where all the people were. All their
Murdered.
blood was not there, but they were all dead.
Because what's the thing? The battle that we did is not on the map currently, correct?
Which battle?
The fire battle.
That is
we did-
Scarlet Moon Hall.
Where?
No.
Oh, because we're looking. I'm looking at the old one. That one's not there yet.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's
Yeah.
like in the middle of like
Yes.
Fire and Riverguard Keep.
Yes. Sorry. I have to put it on that
It's
map.
in between Feathergate Spire and Riverguard Keep. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
We're like literally in the middle of it all.
Correct.
Have we
I feel like going south is going to be just a big pain in the ass. We should just
Yeah.
travel
I
directly
mean, we don't really
west.
know when the next full moon is
Or
going to
east.
be, and we should really get there as fast as possible.
Yeah, I would say that would be the main urgency. Is like we could go the safe route, but we should forego that in lieu of time.
Okay. So,
Okay.
better question then. If you go due east to try to get to Summit Hall as fast as possible, how do you plan to ford this river?
That is what I'm saying.
It's
How
2
long
miles.
do I get my wing?
You get your wings for a minute, which would be 600 feet. If you dash 600 feet of movement, and this is 2 miles wide, so you'd be falling in stone armor pretty quick.
about 4,600 more feet on you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 1 mile, and it's 2 miles wide.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like we have to go to that bridge.
Unless you guys have a means of extended
That is
flight,
what I just said.
or
Yes,
a
we
boat.
have to. We have to go north.
well, or south. You have either option. There are bridges to the north and a bridge to the south.
God, that's so fucking out of the way.
They're both. There's really no good way, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You're basically in this situation almost equidistant, going south or north to get to Summit Hall. It's just which way do you want to go?
All right. Igni
You
know
guys
how
are-
to do. I pull out gold coin.
The boat?
Lilith. Can we do heads and tails?
Yeah, I called tails.
Tails. I don't have an actual
I have a
coin.
coin.
Do you have one? Because I don't have one. I was just gonna you do even or odd on a four.
All right. Heads north, tails south.
Perfect.
Tails south.
Cool.
South we go.
All right.
Van
This
has,
will.
like-
What?
Were there any boats at Riverguard Keep?
They were all destroyed.
That's what. Yeah.
We just like grab some scrap and float across.
Yeah.
If you
I
want.
can't. I'm in Alpha
building.
Sync.
If you want to take a long ass time with, does Ozzy have mending?
have
Nope.
You have mending, Vanan. So if you want to fish out all the pieces of like a rowboat and spend at least a day just mending a boat 1 linear foot at a time, maybe that'll be enough to fix a rowboat that is shattered in pieces at the bottom of the little lagoon there.
And
It's
then
an
we get to
option you have.
row for 2 miles.
Yeah. Take at least like 16 hours of just 1 foot, put the next piece on. Not that's just the mending part, not the finding which pieces go where part.
Yeah.
Oi.
Okay.
The worst Lego
No, that
set
doesn't
ever.
work. This is not a plan.
You could do it. I'll let you do it if you want.
Long
I
time.
thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna go south.
Yes.
Are you gonna go south to the road, or are you gonna going south leads you right past Sacred Stone Monastery? If you go straight south.
Is that the one where we didn't find the door?
No, that's the one.
Hey, maybe the Lich might actually be able to cure your lycanthropy. Potentially.
Maybe. I would feel more comfortable talking to the Lich about this lycanthropy than anybody in my summit hall. You have no idea how embarrassing it is as a paladin to get fucking bit by a werewolf.
Let's make a start.
That was very embarrassing. You're right.
It's super embarrassing and it hurts.
Why?
Go to the Sacred Stone Monastery first and go talk to Mr. Lich.
Yeah. I kind of like, guys, I really like that Lich. He's like so fucking cool.
Given that he is undead and I don't necessarily like undead, he was kind of nice.
I think I'm willing to. There are plenty of things that I'm not willing to look past, and I'm willing to look past.
A lich is one of them. I don't even.
You guys, did you forget how much he helped us? Lilith is like completely appalled at how like.
No, just on a scale from 1 to lich. He's a lich. I mean, he could snap at any moment. He could reach out and suck your life from you.
Well, and I'm about to be a werewolf, so.
I mean, and technically, the last time we were there, we did give him an upgrade of an entire keep to himself.
Yeah, and he gave me have you seen how fucking strong I've been lately? Except for the wolf bite, but that was from him too.
You were a little not yourself during that fight, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little scary, but you didn't
Breathe
hear
in
that.
some flames, and you got that raspy voice you get sometimes.
Yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
okay.
we got a little beat up in that last fight.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm excited to see the Lich, and you guys all know how much I care about like right and wrong.
I mean, I'd like to say that like half my hair is like still just gone, just burned away.
Just burned away, sure.
So I'm just bald. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, if that is plan, I say it's a good plan.
Okay. Sacred Stone Monastery.
Okay. So you guys take I'm gonna say like you guys said you were walking and talking, but I feel like at some point you
Just
stopped.
walking in one big
Yeah, or you walked in a circle because you're like, this was pretty intense discussions, and there was time to focus on spells and counting of numbers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say that since it was the morning and you guys went downstairs, debated down there for a little while, shut the door, that it's probably about, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock. Yeah, we'll say noon. We'll say it's noon. It's lunchtime. So you guys are like, you have lunch. You continue on. So you'll get to the Sacred Stone Monastery again because you're traveling over hills. This is not like a straight shot. We'll say you'll get there around 4-ish p.m. or so.
It still looks completely empty.
Yep. As you approach, you see this very familiar monastery, seemingly unattended at the moment by anyone externally. As you walk in and you go through all the rooms that you know where they go, and you make your way to the laboratory of Renwick Caradun, who is in there. And you notice now as you enter this room, and if you're new to the chat, welcome. It's gonna get weird.
I was about to say it's about to be Princess of the Apocalypse all over you.
best NPC.
You notice that like there was a lot of books out, obviously, right? It's an arcane library of the Lich. But there is a new, like, for all intents and purposes, like, there is, like, if there were whiteboards, like, there are several of them that are, like, on the floor, and there is, like, new ones up. Rather than just erasing and removing things, they are just thrown away, like, on the ground, in piles. And there is pages. You notice, Ozzy, there are arcane sigils of different variety. There are scrolls that are actual spell scrolls with tacks in them. And there is, in some spots, there is red string tying things together. And other spots, there are glowing lines of magic.
He's a detective.
What's up?
He's a detective. He's solving
And-
crime with all these strings.
Yeah, and you notice, upon walking in, almost immediately, that a lot of this is in some way tied to the elemental spectrum.
Oh.
Because you blew his mind last time, telling him that you found a way to change the nature, the elemental fundamentals of spells that have existed before his time. And you were just like this upstart wizard from Candlekeep who figured this shit out. So he has, like, this is clearly, not to pun it here, but like a man possessed, right? He is trying to figure this out. And you can see him furiously, like, poring over pages. And there are unseen servants, multiple of them holding books. And there are mage hands skimming things. There is, like, a third, like a floating arcane eye also looking at things. There's a lot of energy in this
He's
room.
like Dr. Manhattaning it.
Yeah.
Basically, yes. And, like, he's doing that. And then there's, like, as you walk towards the door, the group of you, do you all go in together? How does this work?
I stay at the door.
You stay at the door.
I'm so enthusiastic, but I like, you know, like that measured, just like casual, whatever, you know, like when you're actually bursting at the seams, but you're just like holding back. And so she knocks like on the door.
You knock on the door, and you actually see, like, while he's doing all this, an almost after image of him looks up at you. Like, he's still focused on here, but like an illusory after image of his head turns to look to the door to see you. And the other face, while focused heavily on research and study, the illusory after image face is of joy. As much joy as a multiple thousand-year-old dead face can portray. Pallid, gray in color, skin somewhat there, as is a lich. And he just looks and he sees you, Lilith, and he sees you, Ozzy. He probably sees Vanan too, I assume. And Igni as well. She's at the door, but doesn't seem like she wants to come in. And he's like, friends, welcome back to my laboratory. It's great to see you again. I've been busy. Hello, come in.
You seem a smidge manic.
Manic is a word that is accurate to describe me. Yes.
I see you've been researching the elemental spectrum.
It's crazy. Yes. Lots of
It is.
research. I'm gonna get it.
All pomp and circumstance, bows deeply, does the salute, does the whole thing, and she's like, Renwick, I'm sorry to barge in with all of us here, interrupting your research, but I have a bit of a pressing matter that I was hoping you might be able to take a look at.
And he's like, you, and he like looks at you, and the illusory double stops, and then he turns and looks to you, and momentarily like everything in the room freezes, like all of the moving pieces, and he turns and he looks at you and he goes, and he looks at you with his eyes, they squint a little, and again, to remind you, these eyes aren't eyes in the traditional sense of an eyeball, right? They are sort of glowing pits of light. Pale, pallid white light. And he goes, you werewolf! Lilith! Is that a thing?
But
She
She
might
got
be.
bit in the last battle, and yeah, there was no.
well, yeah, I wasn't sure, but now I guess I am.
He goes, it's not really all bad. A new guy, Francis, a werewolf. He was fun at parties.
Do you want to be fun at parties, Lilith?
He does not need to be werewolf to be fun at party. We've had fun at party without
Oh, no,
werewolf.
she's great at parties already. It's amazing. But do you want to be? Sounds
Hey,
like.
Renway. Real question. Say that I do become a werewolf. Like I let it happen. And we like
Right.
figure out a way to chain my ass down, or I guess I could take out enemies the first time, right?
Right.
Would I be able to still sprout my Azamar wings in werewolf form?
And he goes, don't see any reason why. He goes, you want to know something crazy? You cannot be a vampire who is also a werewolf, but you can be a werewolf who is a vampire. It's crazy. So
Well, I'm not a vampire.
no, but it's just a thing. Francis was always talking about his crazy guy,
Wait,
but
like,
no,
want
you should
to
be
You want to be a werewolf?
because fun at parties.
Don't you like maul people on a full moon?
And he's like, well, maybe, perhaps, this can be controlled. It's a thing. And no, I mean, Francis couldn't. He was weird.
Who's Francis?
Who is this?
a werewolf friend of
I
his.
want to know
apparently.
this Francis. This guy's
Have we met Francis?
It's a bad name for a werewolf.
He goes, he probably wasn't always a
mean,
werewolf, but he was always a Francis.
Francis, yeah.
I mean,
No,
have we?
still
have
bad
we-
name.
Wait,
Can we meet Francis? Is he here? Is he
And he's like, I don't think so. He's not. I haven't seen Francis in a while. But for me, a while could be like 1,000 years. It could be like 2 days. I don't really know anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I was just gonna ask him some questions.
I mean, if you see a werewolf, you could be like, "Are you Francis?" And no Renwick. And if he's like,
Oh shit!
I'm also Francis, then you know.
What
Might
if
be
it's
help,
like,
like-
rah, eat face?
I mean, it might be Francis. I don't know. I'd have to meet him.
No, I gotta. She's like speaking with Renrick, but also equally to everybody. She's like, you guys have kind of been thinking about it. There's some pros and cons.
He goes, turn it into a wolf. It's pro.
Yeah, and
I mean, like, druids do it for fun.
I would be able to do it without having to worry about a time limit. It helps us out a
Sounds
lot.
good to me.
The
Yeah.
downside, you can maul all of us.
It's true.
Well, just that one time.
He's
That
like,
one-
I know that certain, there's a lot of gods in the world. I don't really like gods too much. I mean, they're good, but a lot of them don't like me because of what I represent. But there's like a god of good lycanthropes. It's a thing. It's the thing. Means that they could be good. There's a god who's of them.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the original gods. Like the three. Maybe it's weird. There's a lot of lore. You
Do I
know,
know?
and he points at Ozzy just because he assumes.
A lot of law.
You guys can make religion checks.
Yeah. I want to know if Lilith knows about the god that he's talking about.
Not even gonna bother.
Not very good, I don't think.
30.
0. 8.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, it's not. This is not a a lesser singular deity that's like the god of good lycanthropes and nothing else. This is Selene, goddess of the moon, goddess Selene Silverstar, one of the original 3 gods. Lord Ao, in his creation of Faerun, created 2 gods, Selene and Shar, darkness and light, because you can't have one without the other. One of the
Right.
original deities, one of the wholesome good deities, goddess of the moon, goddess of all things related to that. And from those 2 sprouted many other deities, like through their fighting. Ozzy, you might know this with your 30. With your 30, you know this. That the creation of magic, the weave that connects all things magical in Faerun and the world and the multiverse, is a product of a fight between Selene and Shar when Selene took a piece of her divinity out of herself and hurled it at Shar as a weapon, and the remaining piece of that divinity became Mistral, the original goddess of magic, and the creation of the weave was all part of that. So the magic that you so cleave to, as well as Renwick here, was all creation. So like super crazy power, is she's the goddess of good lycanthropes.
So yeah, that.
Well,
So it can't be all bad. I mean, what is good and bad, really?
I mean, as long as you can control it, it's fine.
He
I
goes,
mean, I feel like that's been my whole existence the last couple of months. I don't know if you guys have noticed my internal struggle with what we're doing, but yeah, I don't know.
You mean killing people?
I mean, I already do that. I'm a paladin, I'm trained to do it, but we've been dealing with some heavy shit. So I'm kind of thinking like, I want to keep fighting for the things that I believe in. And if this is just a tool.
Yes, but this could be permanent.
Yeah. So are scars.
Yes, but this is it changes you. It is curse.
he
It
goes,
is
some
curse-
people call lichdom a curse. I think it's pretty great.
Well, I think it's like
You sir are anomaly. Not counting. Not good example.
He goes, look at you, my lovely lady. You are a drow helping good people. Most people look at your race and say, oh my god, kill it, it's bad. And
I
you're
am
here
no-
helping.
is
The
that
difference
true?
is I
That's
am no
true, though.
drow. I am not drow.
What did you say, Vanan?
And it's like that doesn't sound correct.
About the drow killing people, or
Yeah.
he's like, well, he goes, there's a lot of he goes, not that long ago they tried to attack all of, do you know the darkening was a thing in the north where the drow tried to block out the sun so they could come and attack this is crazy. This is like 10 years ago or something. Maybe you didn't hear about it. It was a thing.
No. Trust me, I heard all about it.
No,
To hide.
yeah. No. Yeah.
I just think
Maybe-
that there.
I mean,
are-
like, I haven't been talking to people for a long time. So
He goes,
forgot.
you're magic now. Look at you. I like you now. I liked you before. You were weird. Now you're weird and magic. Or more magic. Welcome, friend.
Welcome.
He goes, that's what it said. Oh, yeah, alright, sure.
Cool. And I was gonna shoot some sparks out of my fingers that say "ta-da,
And he's like, ha Ta-da.
ta-da."
So what, Lilith? You want to just stay? You want to give it a shot, try it?
He goes, you could look for someone who knows, like a cleric or someone of this goddess, and then they could probably teach you, help, control it if you're worried. It's a thing. I assume. He goes, I can't. I don't have. He goes, that was never a spell that I took time to learn how to remove curses. I was a little more focused on this.
Would I know of a place that like has a place of worship of Selune?
Waterdeep.
Yeah, Waterdeep. That's basically the.
Maybe Neverwinter. I mean, certain towns would. Honestly, as Ted the DM, I need to look up who has Selene specific worship. I know Waterdeep does because they have everything.
Yeah.
I believe
Right.
Neverwinter does as well. And then there's the potential for some of the larger towns, potentially. Like you might, like Daggerford might. I don't know off the top of my head. I could make it up, but I would-
Closest one would probably be Waterdeep.
So,
Yeah. definitely the
Friendly-
closest.
do you one more question? Do you, because obviously we have, my posse and I have to deliberate the pros and cons of my decision because it'll absolutely affect them as well. Do you know when the next full moon is?
And he like looks to his unseen servants and his mage hands, and he has one of them extract like a scroll and bring it over, and it like opens up, and it's got like a star and a moon chart. And he says, "Looking for this, because maybe this," and he gestures to the elemental spectrum, just mass on the wall of studying, is maybe the moon affects it, so I was curious. And he goes, congratulations! It's tonight!
No, wait, I am sorry. Say again?
The full moon is tonight.
No,
Oh,
that
I-
cannot be true. That's
Look at
not
that.
right.
So in like
It's like, alright, maybe.
4 hours.
Roughly, yeah.
What time is it?
It's like 4.
It's like 4 o'clock.
What?
Well, it seems that we are going to get taste of werewolf Lilith regardless of whether we want to or not, because you know,
Right.
just full moon tonight. Yeah.
You cannot. Here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to stay here in this fortified monastery. And I'm going to go outside.
He goes, "We missed the party, but it sounds reasonable."
So we're just supposed to wait while you go werewolf and then come back?
He goes, "We can have a party if we want. I'm a little busy, but
I like parties.
yes. I don't. How do what?
I'm like, Renwick, can you keep me from harming my companions? Is your like?
He goes.
Are you gonna like suspend me in the air as I rage in my werewolf form? I have to kill something tonight.
He goes, "No, I don't." He goes, I didn't prepare any spells for that today. I wasn't anticipating werewolf detention.
I here's what I need. Humanoid, right?
Yep.
Are there still those things in the basement? Remember we chose not to kill them because we just didn't want to fucking deal with it?
Yes, I remember. What were they? I don't remember what they were.
I don't remember what they were. They
At the
minotaurs?
bottom? No, were they at the bottom of the water?
That was
No,
at
it was in,
River Gallery.
it was
Oh,
here
that's
because
right.
there were slaves downstairs that we just
We released all of
We
them.
let them go.
but we also had to avoid a dungeon creature. I thought it was a minotaur.
It
No,
was
we
an,
killed
it was an Umber Hulk.
An Umber Hulk.
Umber Hulk.
that ambushed us though, and we killed it.
Yeah,
but
that
there
was-
were more. We were exploring and there were like one or two hiding out in one of the rooms and we're just like, fuck it. We're just gonna sneak. Do you guys remember that? Am I misremembering?
Well, we saw the room, and then we said, fuck it. And then we went around the corner, and we blew it up from the other side.
Is that
Yeah.
what we did?
Because that was an ogre and 3 orcs.
Oh, that's
Yes,
right.
yes,
I do
no.
remember that. Okay,
Think about
yeah.
So there was nothing left alive in this
We blew it up.
monastery.
Ugrog, right though?
Yeah, an Orog. Yep.
An Orc.
Ugrog.
3 of them. 3 of them and an ogre.
We are so thorough when we clear out fucking keeps. We
do
really
a good
don't.
job.
We kill everything. That's what we do.
So Lilith is trying. I'm like, like, if this is gonna happen, we literally don't have time to really prepare for this, and there's nothing I can do except figure out a way to keep you guys protected. And if I'm gonna kill something, I hope it can at least be an enemy instead of. So I could maybe be a little bit preemptive and put myself within the distance, like I'm not
What
gonna be
if you-
myself. So if there's an enemy in front of me, that's what I'm gonna go for. So I don't know. Maybe I will be. I don't know.
Isn't
What if
there
you like
a...
run super far away though, and I have to spend all day tomorrow tracking you down?
I don't think...
You know that's gonna be my job.
Correct
I
me.
don't think you guys should chain me up. I don't know how strong.
Okay. Correct Igni if I am wrong. If you go out and shed blood of person, you are permanent werewolf?
Yeah, but here's the thing. We were talking about this on the way up. If I do that, I'll then be able to control it. Otherwise, you guys have to wait. Cycle's gonna repeat, and I'm not gonna be able to control it the next time that this happens, and I'll just be uncontrollable until I maul
Is there...
something.
Do you simply have to have blood in mouth? Do you have to kill a thing? I give blood. I'll give my blood.
Then you're gonna be a werewolf.
No,
The
to
point
you.
is I've got to eat it. I gotta like eat
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh, you do? Is that a technical?
I probably have
Is
to
that a
kill it.
technicality?
He
I mean-
says, "Well, here's what I know about werewolves." He goes, "You get bit by a lycanthrope of some persuasion. You are a half whatever. Then, upon the initial transformation on the full moon, if you kill a humanoid, then you become fully one of those things." He goes, "Control is something I believe to be slightly separate. You become that, but until you are fully embraced and controlling, the transformation is only on the moon. But tonight's the moon. It's done tomorrow. And if she becomes a wolf and does the thing, it's pretty great for fighting. She's a fighty type.
So what are we? What are the things we fight?
Is she a fighting type Pokemon though?
Is that what you're saying?
Fighting
That
flying.
we should? I mean, I understand that she is now great weapon. That is not what I mean. I am trying to say, if what she wants is permanence, but she doesn't want to kill someone, is it about the blood or is it about the sacrifice of life?
It is
Right.
the act
It
of
is like-
killing
Oh,
a humanoid.
I mean, yeah. So it's not just like if you were to draw your blood and put it in a goblet and then like pour it down my wolf mouth, it's
Right.
not gonna be the same. I have to eat it.
A wolf is predator, wants to hunt and doesn't want to be fed.
Well,
Yeah.
Igni cannot do. I cannot make this choice for you.
Well, here's the thing. If
Well,
you
I don't
do
really
that-
have much of a choice tonight. So
If you
I've
go
got
out-
the only choice I have is to try to make this as safe for you guys as possible. And it would also be kind of tight to take out an enemy if I'm gonna be in fucking
But
rampaging.
you don't know if the first thing you're going to run into is an enemy or not.
Right.
I have a
You
question.
could
So
be
that's
some
why I'm
random
saying-
person.
That's why I'm saying if it's
You
possible.
said there's a witch somewhere, right? Where's this witch? Are we
I
within
could-
4 hours of this place? Are we within 4 hours of this?
I don't think we are.
You know that the witch is north of Westbridge, which is the opposite direction you went.
I mean, in all honest truth, the only thing I can think of is if you go out and you go do what you have to do, I don't know where you're going to end up in the morning, but I'll have to shoot ascending towards you and be like, hey, where are you?
Yeah. Are there bandits?
Maybe.
I didn't see any.
It'd be helpful to know so I could just like pitch a tent near them, and then when it's time to hunt, that I can increase the likelihood that that would be the first thing that I run into. That's my game plan, but I don't know how to make that happen.
I can go look for bandits.
In 4 hours.
You want me to do that? I got 4 hours. I can.
Yeah, that might be the best thing. I don't know.
I
What do you
can range medium far. I can just like check, see if there are any bandits.
I
within
can
the
range
space of 4
near,
hours.
far, wherever they are.
Let me just say, I don't know a whole lot about werewolves and things because I am just simply Igni. But I will say, don't werewolves have like special noses in business? Isn't their thing all about tracking?
Yeah, and actually, this hasn't come up yet. But Lilith, even in your half lycanthrope form, your senses are extremely heightened, and you have a keen sense of smell, which you never knew you had before, and a keen sense of hearing. Like, you can hear little things. You can hear, pages turning, or you can almost hear heartbeats of everyone here in the room. You have advantage on all perception checks that rely on smell or hearing all the time right now.
Just add that to the good old sheet.
Yeah, you might want to put that down.
Advantage on sight and
hearing and smell.
hearing.
And for most people, this would be the thing that gives you use of your sense of smell for tracking. Because most people, they're not like, I see, bandits.
Right.
Oh, so I might be able to do this for
That's
myself.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you might be able to do this for you.
What if like Vanan and I go out and we're like, all right, give yourself an hour before the sun sets, okay? So we'll go out and track some bandits together. Lilith's actually kind of excited because she's like, I didn't really have too much to like Vanan and I didn't have a lot to relate on because I'm not super naturey, but now like we can go fucking tracking together.
No, this is fun. I can show you the
kind of
thing that me and
excited.
Copernicus do. We got signals and stuff.
Except she's going to be a werewolf. You sure she won't eat you?
We have 4 hours, and then I can sneak away. I'm really sneaky. It's like
Yeah. You can cover your tracks too. I'm sure you can figure out a way to make it. I won't be able to find you. And if you give yourself enough time, I'm gonna go for the bandits that we find.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Okay.
I'll stay right here and help Renwick with all this.
I guess Igni will sit in corner and stretch. Cause I am not in any way, shape, or form interested in either of those two things.
I'm like, hey guys, be friends, talk to each other.
But to who? To Ozzy?
Yeah.
I can continue to teach you some magic if you want.
And he goes, magic? Oh. Well.
Students.
Students.
Sure.
Yes, let's do all of the things. Go, enjoy your werewolf party. Magic abounds.
I feel like he like does this and little sparks come out.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah. So, to paint a picture for me as the dungeon master, and to sum up for chat, people that may not have paid attention or have just joined, the plan is Lilith and Vanan are going to go track down bandits so that Lilith can turn into a werewolf and kill them, while Ozzy, Igni, and the Lich talk about magic.
Let's talk about. I'm gonna help Igni with some more magic stuff that I know she should be able to do, and I'm gonna show Renwick all the places he's wrong.
Okay, that's fair.
Awesome.
All right, so first of all, let me get survival checks or perception checks from Lilith and Vanan.
Well, I'm gonna want to use that sweet advantage.
Yeah,
on...
so perception with advantage, please.
I'm gonna do the thing I do with Copernicus. I'm gonna send him out pretty far, and if he sees something, he'll come back before an hour. But if he doesn't see anything within an hour, then he comes back. So he comes back at the end. Comes back beforehand. Then he comes back in the direction of the people he sees.
Gotcha.
So the first roll was a 1. The second roll was a 10 plus my 1 is going to be an 11 perception.
Okay, and what about... You can make me a perception check for Copernicus, and then either that or a survival check for Vanan. Let me know what you get.
Yeah. I was gonna do perception for Copernicus.
Sure.
Just see stuff, and then my own tracking.
Mhm.
That's cool.
By all means.
Copernicus got a natural 20.
Well,
5.
shit. Okay, and what did you get?
And I got a 1.
Okay. So you guys both range off, teaching each other hunting, tracking, symbols, and hand gestures as you go, building a sort of nature-y camaraderie in the tracking sense. And you guys are very focused on that, teaching each other that. As I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like a degree of Vanan is excited about this, and I don't know.
Oh no, Vanan's really excited about this.
That's what
no one ever walks with him in the woods like this.
Okay, yeah.
With
This is what he does by himself. So he's like super giddy. He's like, all right, so over here is this, and over here is that, and like he's like talking to animals a lot, and like little like birds are floating around and stuff. And he's like, you cool bird, it's a cool bird. Also, like look around for stuff. All right.
Okay.
And then I play this game with John. Watch this. I like take John on my hood and I like put him down and I like pick up a pine cone and I throw it. And he like rolls over and gets it and then he brings it back.
Yep.
I'm like low key. I'm like kind of into it, and I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. God, I really want to grab that.
You have a ball on you?
Yeah.
Can you throw that again?
So this continues for about an hour. You guys practicing, learning, teaching each other. More Vanan teaching and Lilith learning. But you guys are so focused on that you don't really find anything. However, Copernicus, with a natural 20, absolutely finds some people. And it comes back to you pretty much at the end of the hour that you had sent Copernicus out, and basically will point you in a direction. Copernicus has a ridiculous intelligence for an animal, so
Yeah, no,
it's like
11.
11, yeah. So we'll like very much anti-cat like. Will point you almost like a dog, almost like in. Or you know what? Maybe it is more like a cat. It's like a casual gesture, like that way.
You literally understand what I say.
Yeah. All right. So it will tell you to go this way.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like, all right.
and you guys head off that way, continuing to teach and learn potentially be interested in playing fetch. I don't know. But
Yeah, I throw the pine cone a few more times.
I would like to add,
yes.
just this is a thought that just popped in my head. Before we left the monastery, I left all of my armor,
Good call.
all of my belongings. Like, I'm basically running around in a tunic.
Okay. A brilliant call that I was going to have to come and rectify in the morning. So congratulations on that.
She already thought about it. She likes that moonplate armor way too much.
Well done, Brittany. So, yes, for the first time in a long time, Lilith is remarkably stealthy as she moves through the forest, not clanking about or grinding stone against stone. And you guys do, after another half an hour of following, because again, Copernicus could fly, so the timing is a little bit off on this, but you find... you guys sneak up and find a caravan heading away from you guys currently.
Okay, so let's do some I want to be able to tell like what's up with them.
Can we investigate?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can get a little closer, make perception checks if you so choose.
All right.
That's gonna be a 9.
Okay.
That's pretty good. 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay.
That took me.
Yeah, that's such a cool encounter that they don't provide literally any information on. I hate you, book. Okay. So you see 3 dudes, and what do these guys look like? Where are you at here? Oh, well, 3 guys and 1 other guy who looks to be wearing an armor of eerily similar design to what Lilith currently was wearing.
Well,
previously.
Previously.
Moonstone armor?
Not moonstone, but a generic stone. You had clearly the advanced version, but it is a stone plate.
Oh, wait, do we recognize these as like earth cultist fuckheads?
This one guy is, the other guys seem to be in like black leather armor.
I want to get at that.
Here's what we can do, Lilith, is we can save this guy for last. How much time do we have until the last?
You still have an hour and a half before you want to get out of here as Vanan.
Okay. So Lilith, we could pick off the other 3 guys one by one and then just track this guy until it's about time for you to turn, and then you can just wait. And then I can just peace out. Go way far away. We can find you tomorrow, but we can just like make sure you have like 1 person to kill.
All right.
So what's the plan? Describe to me, paint me a picture of this plan, because these guys
clearly lying on our stomachs.
Yeah.
On a hill.
Yeah, of course. Yes, the
I can just
grassy.
I'll just cast Pass Without a Trace right now
On the guy.
on us.
Okay. Oh, on you guys. I'm
Well,
sorry. Yeah.
Wait, how many times can you cast that? Because you're gonna need that later.
3 times. And cast it 3
Tight.
times.
All right, let's do it. I don't have anything on me.
That's fine.
You got a knife or something I can use?
Yeah, I'm.
There's like a club, like some branches you could probably use.
I have 2. So no, I have weapons that you
Okay.
can use if you want.
What have I got?
I have a bow and I have 2 short swords that I just have on me. So you can have either of the short swords or both of the short swords or the bow.
Once we pick these assholes off, you're gonna want to take that back because I probably won't be able to bring it anywhere. Like once I'm off, I'm off. I'm probably gonna
take one of the short swords. I honestly don't need 2 short swords. I don't.
Yeah, but you can have it back after we're done killing these fools. Also, I'm just if you end up being the person to come and find me tomorrow, there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna be naked.
Ah,
I'm sorry in advance.
I've seen
Sorry.
a lot of naked people, so.
Yeah, but you haven't.
You've also
I'm
seen me
not.
naked.
Nope. This is probably the most close to that you've ever seen. I'm always in my armor. You know,
You pretty
like
much are always in
feel
your armor.
really-
That's I don't really
weird,
ever
right?
notice that. No,
Yeah.
it's not weird. I mean, I'm always wearing the same thing too. It's like,
Yeah, but
have you ever
I'm
seen me
usually
not wearing it?
bulkier. Anyway,
So,
I love
because
that we're just like.
because these guys are bandits, as in the CR 1/8 bandits, and there are only 3 of them. Describe to me how you kill them. I won't make you roll for it because that would be dumb.
I'm just gonna
Even if they get lucky, they're not really doing much.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like walk up and I'm just gonna start taunting them.
How?
At least
Describe.
just the 3 of these guys.
Describe to me this taunt.
I'm just gonna walk out of the woods with my spear on my shoulder out, and be like, "Wow, you guys are really ugly." Except for that guy. That guy's cool. I like your armor. That's weird. That's cool. Weird. I haven't seen armor like that before. But you guys are like what? What's the deal? Are you okay? Are you sick? Do you need help? I can help. I can heal people. I can help you out.
That took a 180.
The other guy's like, yeah, it's pretty great armor. I know.
Yeah.
And the other guys are like, dude,
Here's
what?
But what is with your companions? These guys just look like assholes, and they're just
He's like,
super ugly.
you're not wrong.
Am I just standing there next to you?
I guess.
You can be if you want.
Or you
I
I
got
mean-
like the short sword, like anime style on my shoulder.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sure.
And yeah, basically these guys are like, man, fuck you, to the guy they're traveling with, and they're like, you know what, fuck you too, and then they'll come and attack you, and you guys can quickly disperse them.
Yeah. Do you want to just? I'll just let you murderize these guys if you want to.
I bet. Are they like approaching us as we're?
Yeah.
talking?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You sort of
I'm
like
like-
talk to each other casually, and then just
Wait,
like
Vanan. We're leaving one, right?
No,
No,
you're
we're-
leaving the cultist. He's still there. These are the other guys.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. And then I like go and swing.
Yeah. So you take these guys out pretty quickly, and the other guy's like, well, shit.
Just like while we're talking to each other.
He's like that. I mean, like they were shitty and dicks, but like they were my. Do you guys want a job? Like, do you need a job? Because like they were kind of here with me, and now they're dead.
I do.
And he's like, "Cool, you kill those guys real good. You're hired."
Tight. You got some shit I could fucking wear?
And he's like, he like
I'll just
points
pull
to
it
like,
off.
yeah, he's like
Yeah.
to those guys, and they have like studded leather armor. One of them has like, we'll say one of them has a long sword. Why not?
Cool. I'm better off with one of these anyway. I turned to Vanan and I'm like,
I don't know. I got some time,
No.
right?
I just got a
looking at
job.
this thing, and I'm like figuring out how much time do I have, Ted?
We'll say at this point like, in 45 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna be like, I can chill out for a little bit. You want some
Yeah.
candy? And I'll like take some candy out of my thing and like offer you some and offer the guy some.
And he eats the candy. He's like, damn, I thought I was gonna be in a pickle. Those guys are dead now. I got this chick who knows how to kill people real good, and this guy's got candy. Things are looking up, Ralph.
Yeah, we're the duo.
Oh,
We're
your
the-
name's Ralph?
That's my name, apparently.
I don't want to do introductions if that's all. I mean, we should just keep it professional.
Yeah.
We don't even know our names.
All right, Stabby and
Well,
Candy,
it's like
let's
low-key,
get going.
She's like low-key feeling bad. She's like, oh, this is so preemptive.
He's like, Ralph and Stabby and Candy.
Batman.
Let's
While
go.
we're walking, I'm gonna like in message.
Yeah.
To
To the
just be like, remember that these guys are like total dickheads. Like people can seem super nice and then also be like very evil.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I'm sure Hitler was super nice with the guys that he worked with.
You guys see in the caravan, there's like looted goods too.
Oh, no.
How much time we at?
40 at this point. We'll say half an hour before you want
Half
to
an
duck out.
hour? Can I just like really
Start
quick
heading.
like case what's in the cart?
Yeah, make me a perception
You
check.
want to loot the loot?
You
That's
can
pretty-
get it tomorrow.
22 actually.
Okay, yeah, there's some curios and things. You can see like a smattering of gold coins and like a coffer box. There's, I don't know, like a well-worn but seemingly in real good condition suit of like studded leather armor. A couple of like errant weapons, nothing crazy about them.
All right, I'll
Basically road garbage.
I mean, some of the curios are nice, and this is like clearly a wooden carved coffer box full of coins.
when it's approaching like when it's approaching like the 10-minute mark,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on myself,
Mhm.
grab the coffer box, and just get as far as an hour gets me.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna go straight speed and just burn the rest of my spell slots to just cast Zephyr Strike over and over again.
To increase your
double my
movement.
for a
Sure.
minute, just
Wait,
to like, get back to the monastery as fast as possible.
I was gonna ask before you
Okay.
decide to do that. Do you
Yeah,
have
no.
an ability of like, I don't know if this is similar to Hunter's Mark or what, but do Rangers have an ability to like GPS track something like a beacon, like a tracking beacon?
I
Is there
could
like
use
a magical
Hunter's Mark.
tracking beacon that you can
If-
put on the Lilith? And then when you come out to look for me tomorrow, you like, hold on, let me look at my magical fucking whatever.
If I had 3rd level spell slots, yes, because at 3rd level
Really?
Hunter's Mark lasts for 24 hours at 3rd level. But I don't have any 3rd level spell slots.
Okay.
But you use Primeval Awareness and like track you down to a relative location, and then track you down.
Yeah,
even
what does
further.
Primeval Awareness let you search for?
It's my favorite enemy, which is humanoids.
Humanoids. So, alright, yeah.
Hey.
You know what? I think a shape changer is a type of humanoid. So, that would be a specifically different humanoid.
Okay.
Sick.
So I just be like, what lycanthropes are here? And just like, there shouldn't be tons. And you just go to each one.
Like, well, I mean, like, yeah, cool.
And then just like in your head, I'll be like, all right, see you later. And then you'll like go to like, be like, say goodbye. And I'm just already gone.
Tight. When you said that, I probably like turned around.
Okay. Did you, and you weren't taking anything else out of here, right?
That was just the coffer.
Coffer box?
The coffer box, he felt like the best thing to take.
Cool. Alright, so you take that, you leave, and you run back, and we'll come back to Lilith in the morning.
Oh, shit.
Can I get Ozzy to make me an Arcana check, please?
Sure.
I will make one as well.
15.
Okay. So while you're there, you're able to help Renwick where his clearly misunderstandings of the elemental spectrum.
I like take one of his strings and move it from one and slightly move it down to a different sigil, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
He's like, he goes, "I've been working on that for like a week." Wow. He goes, enough of that. Let's talk about your magic friend, who's not magic but is magic.
Yes, Igni. So,
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna teach you something new. You're gonna learn a new magic thing that you should be able to do.
More light?
And it's kind of similar to what you already know. Like, cast what you know, the one spell you know.
And you make the
Nice.
4 globules of light, a dancing light spell.
Yes. So that, you see how the light is all glittery. Sometimes when you look at it, you can see the glitteriness of it.
Yeah.
Yes. You can take that glitteriness and throw it somewhere, and make it stick to things.
But for why?
Because it will make your enemies, you can see your enemies better, and then you can get the jump on them.
I see, because then I can see them better.
Yes, you can see them better, and then you will be able
Can then you too see them better?
Yes, everybody can see them.
He goes, also, things that are invisible, not invisible anymore.
There you go. You can make visible things seen.
Oh,
Or
is this
visible.
true? Okay, go, Ozzy, go over there. Go.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Uh,
cast it on you.
All right,
Okay.
so
You are going
with
to accidentally cast a firebolt at me.
yeah, right. With this description and this working through of what Ozzy has told you and some feedback, and the way I see this too in my brain with Renwick, even though it may be a little unnerving to Igni, the way I envision it is he is like King Kai, or the sage on Namek, and he's just unlocking her potential around her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you are able to, and when you do this with this description, which is probably the most practical way for Igni to understand how this will work.
Yeah,
you
it's
do-
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, you do throw, and I will let you choose, or this would be your instinctual thing, what color you want your fairy fire to be. And I'm gonna say ignore the what the spell says. You tell me what color you want.
Red.
Red. Ozzy is outlined in a glowing red light, and you can see with this like not that you would need to, but like
Right.
weak points, so that you can make the most optimal strike if you needed to.
You have great figure, Ozzy.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
I can tell. It's all this walking we've been
And I'll like
doing.
move over towards where it's darker so that you can
Oh,
see.
Yeah,
I
still in the-
See, you can still see me.
What happens if I were to stab you?
I would probably die.
Would I'm guessing because I see you
Don't-
better. I
Don't
get some
stab.
kind of
I mean, you might get some advantage. but
advantage.
yes, you probably get an advantage, but please don't. I'd like to live.
All right.
Although you did just cast it once, so that was your one time for the day.
Yeah.
But now you know that you can do
Yeah,
that.
and I try to do it again. I'm like, but
Nope, you can only do it
I
once.
broke it. Oh,
Just once a day.
but you can do it lots of times a day.
Well, I'm a wizard.
But I am magic.
That's inside you. Yes.
But yours is
little bit.
inside you.
It's a little bit of magic. I spent a lot of time learning my magic. I memorized all of my spells in my book.
I don't understand. I memorize like
It works a little differently, but you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
As you're doing this, he finds it amusing, and he is still going back to his research. But he looks at Igni a little deeper, a little more scouring with his lich vision, and he says, "No."
No.
He like looks a little, and he looks at Ozzy, and he looks back at you, Igni. He goes, I think there's more than what is usual. There's more here.
no.
More magic."
Would I know what that is?
You can make me an Arcana check.
29.
You would know in your research that drows of noble families have access to additional magics racially that normal drows do not have.
Oh. Do I know exactly what spells they would be?
The 29, probably.
Okay.
That would be detect magic, dispel magic, and levitate.
Hmm.
And detect magic is at will.
So Igni,
Yes.
you also may have the potential to cast a spell that I know how to cast. Only I have a limited amount of uses for them. You, however, may be able to understand how to do it whenever you want.
You don't do it whenever you want.
I have to sit for a little while in order for me able to do it. But if I just cast it,
Wait. Are you saying that Igni can do magic better than Ozzy?
You know what? Yes.
Oh, teach me. How do I do it? Do I
Okay.
Do I meditate? Do I do I
mean,
need a book? I
have
need the
to-
book.
You don't need a book. You don't need a book. Just watch what I do, and I'm going to cast detect magic.
Okay. You see him cast. He goes through some arcane motion, and he says a couple words, and he casts detect magic. What this does, externally to you, doesn't look like he does. You don't see any major effect. No flash of lights. There's like a little flicker in his eyes, but nothing crazy.
Iggy slow claps.
You see my eyes right now.
Yes.
I can see all of the magical items you have on your person right now.
Well, careful.
Not all of your daggers and all of the items that you have that we've got magical. I can see them, and I know what they do. Well, I can detect that they're there. I don't know what they do.
So,
but I can detect that they're there.
how do I see?
And then I will try and sit and explain to her the mechanics of detecting magical items.
Okay, so you can make me another Arcana check as you discuss this with.
For me or her? For me.
You know what? I'll let Igni make an Arcana check with advantage.
Oh, I was about to say this is gonna be bad if this is not. Okay. Boop. New dice, don't fail me now. Hey, that's really good. The new dice Ted gave me a 18.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you the concept. It's weird to see something that you can't normally see. Trying to see something that is not there, but you do have dark vision, so framing it in that mindset that there's a vision you can use at some points that functions differently. And Renwick will basically, to help facilitate this, pull out like a series of lenses and start to show you different lenses. Like these are red lenses, these are blue lenses, and certain things you can see, certain things you can't. And he's trying to frame
I have
that.
magic items in my hand. And I'm
Yes.
showing, yeah, you can see.
Yes. Sort of like an arcane kaleidoscope, if you will.
Oh, I see. So how do I get it to?
Carsey?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I do it. Do it. I say, does it work?
Yeah.
Go detect the magic.
So you try, and at first nothing happens. And he moves some more lenses out of your vision here, because you basically have like the old timey guy who's working on like a tight woodwork project with the glasses and like the 6 lenses out. Actually, we'll say it's 7. It's basically every color of the rainbow is one of these lenses. So it's almost just straight up black. As he starts removing lenses, and you're like, nothing happens. And then as he takes off the final set of goggles, you can see now things. Ozzy is illuminated. Your weapons are illuminated. Renwick is illuminated. The mage hands, this unseen servants, this whole room in general radiates a glowing degree of magic.
Does it hurt my eyes?
A little bit, because it's all so new and you're literally in an arcane laboratory of a lich. So, and you've never done this before either, so...
Yeah, I like show my eyes. It is so bright.
Oh, just step outside. Step outside. There's a lot of magic in here. You might want to not be around all that for your first time.
So you step outside, and now you can see clearly there's a glow. It's dark in this hallway. You can see a glow upon your weapons, the magic ones anyway.
Ozzy's tattoo.
Ozzy's tattoos. Ozzy in general, because Ozzy has magic.
You look like a fairy.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So what now? How do I? What do I want more. Make it more.
I mean, we can keep going. I mean, we have a little time, but what are the other spells that you said? It was detect magic, and what were the other 3 that you mentioned?
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic.
Levitate, and then the drought innate darkness. spell.
Okay, cool.
But I will say that at this point, this is one, Igni, you are exhausted. This is a ton of you're unlocking potential to which you did not know you had, and you have just exerted a whole part of your brain and a part of your body, and it's weird to you because Ozzy too. This is just to frame this. Ozzy's yours is book learning using intelligence, and Igni, this is using your inborn charismatic nature. So it's like your force of personality is slightly diminished as you have exerted yourself to unlock these new abilities. However, you have it's a little much right now again with all of the light, but probably after a long rest you will realize that you do have access to this detect magic ability at will. And this takes probably 3 hours.
Sure, yeah. Igni looks at Vanan and goes, you know, like a tired kid's like, I'm not tired. You know, they're like, I'm not sleepy. They like doze off. That's probably
get some
Igni.
rest.
I don't want to learn.
We can do more magic. Yeah, you should.
I'm not sleeping.
Pass this out on the floor.
Yeah, just face down.
So you pass out face down. Ozzy, you continue to study with Renwick.
I'm gonna get her to like a bed. Someplace.
Yeah. There's
The one across from Renwick.
yeah. There's like the dojo
The
there.
bed he
You
never
can-
uses.
Yeah. So and
Is it
then
still filled with bodies? No, we took those out.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
then
And
I'll
it's
just go back to
it's been scoured. This room has been cleaned. Looks though from a quick glance as though it's been swept with a broom.
Did Renwick clean?
You notice that as you're
Some
leaving, there is skeletons just sweeping the hallways.
We put on the bodies. You know?
Yeah, you
Oh,
gave
we
him all those.
more bodies.
Yeah, and they're just keeping. There's a skeletal cleaning crew, a skeleton crew, if you will, keeping this place clean. So you guys are able to you put Igni down.
Yeah,
And,
I go back with Renwick and I'm just like, oh, let me tell you about these tattoos, and we go back into his lab.
Yeah, and you work for about an hour. At which point, maybe 10 minutes after that hour passes, Vanan returns to the hall.
Oh, hello, Vanan.
Hey, what's up? I like run to the hall and there's like a big gust of wind that like just fills the hallway. Just like
Very
like,
cool. Very cool.
Very anime
dramatic.
style. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. 10 points.
I got a chest.
Oh.
So
That's cool.
I put it down. I'm like, I don't know what's in there.
But more importantly, what happened? Is Lilith okay?
Oh, that's all set. I'm gonna immediately start the trance.
Okay.
Oh.
Inside this coffer box, Ozzy, if you check, is 63 gold pieces.
I'll like peek in, see that it's all there. I'll be like, okay. I'll just leave it in front of him. It's all his. He
Yeah.
took it for its worth.
So, you continue to work with Brenwick as long as you see fit. Igni is snoring. Not sleeping. Not trancing. Snoring.
Actually sleeping.
Yeah, Vanan is trancing. And then we'll wake up the next morning. So,
I wanted to trance early, so I
Okay.
can wake super early,
okay.
go out and try and start tracking Lilith before the sun actually all the way comes up.
Do you want us to come with you?
If you guys want to, you guys can totally come with me and we can do this all together.
I mean, I can send a message to her now and be like, hey, you alive?
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah.
But so Vanan, you're getting up early before the sun. Like with it, you take the 4-hour trance and then you get out and leave.
Yeah, I take the 4-hour trance and I get up.
Oh, then I'd be sleeping still.
Yeah, so Ozzy's still asleep.
I just want to like keep track of where she's going.
Sure.
Go around.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll leave my spyglass in front of you too.
Yeah, that's the magic
Oh,
spyglass.
Magic
Nice.
crazy mile spyglass.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks a mile.
That's crazy.
No,
It looked. You roll a d4 and a d8, and you multiply them together, and that's how many miles it can see.
Wait,
Wow.
what the fuck? What?
Wow.
It's once a long rest it can do that. Otherwise, it functions as a regular spyglass.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a d10 and a d4.
D10 and a D4, yeah.
Killer.
Gotta love trinkets, folks.
I was gonna say, I picture Vanan like sneaking in where Ozzy's sleeping and like going through stuff, and Ozzy's like, telescope. take the telescope. Yeah.
So you set out then in the morning. Lilith, you awake as the sun beats down upon your face. You feel the warmth of the early summer air, and the warmth of the air and the sun on your face as you awaken, rub the sleep out of your eyes, and immediately you look down and realize that you are just totally naked. Your clothes, there's like maybe a couple shreds of fabric like on your arms, but you are completely nude. You are also, from your mouth and dripping down your chest, is dried blood. You can feel it on your face, and you can see it down your chest, down your stomach, as just this dried, just a seemingly arterial spray worth of blood down your chest. You look about, and you see that you have passed out amongst a grouping of entrails. And you see to your right, to your left, straight ahead, and behind you, what you think to be the remnants of Ralph. And
just a circle of carnage.
Yes, you also see amidst this as well are what seem to be at least, and it's the way it's scattered about in almost a dog-like fashion. It seems that there is carnage and there's food, but that you sort of perhaps circled and fell asleep amongst this in a sort of food coma, if you will. There's also another deer. There seems to be a deer here that died as well, that was also ripped to shreds. Haunches and side meat just destroyed. You can see the longsword that you had on the ground. His stone armor is cracked and destroyed, as if broken apart by supernaturally strong hands. And you also see the cart is just a wreck.
Oh,
the cart is destroyed. The canvas is everywhere. The cart is just it's just carnage and destruction, and you are like on or about the road. Like, you're not too far off. However, I have to check one thing because of Celeste in the chat here. So let me go do that real quick. So you find the canvas is shredded. His clothes are not even a thing anymore. So as far as coverage for your nudity, there's not much. However, maybe there is, based on this trinket that Celeste donated. Maybe it's like a tabard. And there you go. Let's find out.
The reason I was waking up early to track her down early was to...
Yeah, I know. I figured. Let's find out. Nope, that's dumb. Also, I like that on the automated roll. Celeste rolled a 1 on a D100. Let's see. Nope, that's dumb. Let's go down here. Oh, weird. So amidst the wreckage, Vanan, you arrive at around this time, like right around here. We'll say this is a little bit early, but you find amidst the wreckage of the cart and, underneath broken limbs and wagon wheels, you find what is basically, as you saw, it was mostly garbage and knickknacks. There's a visor for a helm. The helm is gone, but the visor remains. And you can't make this shit up, folks. The visor if it were to be attached to a helm and come down, looks like the snout of a wolf. Cannot make this shit up.
I believe you. That's fucking creepy.
But there is also Vanan Vanan, you arrive as she's like again covered in blood but muscles corded as she's ripping apart this wood to find whatever she can find. She finds this visor. This is an important question for Brittany, because you will find something else. But is there any markings or tattoos or anything on Lilith that Vanan would not have known about before, but he would know now?
Shit's getting personal tonight, yo.
The answer is yes.
But okay, Loki kind of want this to be because
it's your character. Tell me what you want.
Right. Everybody always wants to put a little bit of themselves into their
for sure. Lay it on me. Let's hear it.
So bear in mind, nobody has seen Lilith in anything but like neck to fucking toes, fucking clothing and armor.
Tell me she's just fucking jacked. Like,
well, she would be very sinewy for sure. But she's also covered. There is no skin.
Oh.
Full bodysuit, right?
Melissa
like
Yakuza.
What?
Yakuza.
Yeah, all the way down to her ankles.
Wait, what? That's so awesome.
Now, describe to us. Tell us. Paint us
it's not a traditional Japanese bodysuit. I wish I could say that. She did
it's whatever you want it to be. So
yeah, I'm more of an American traditional kind of gal. So she's covered in the finest traditional tattoos, just like a patchwork quilt of different things.
Is there anything? I'll just before we move on from
mostly flowers and birds.
Okay, I was gonna say, there's
an occasional skull in there.
Classy.
I was gonna say, is there anything that stands out specifically?
No, really not. There's like probably like she's got like a giant snake wrapping around her leg, but it's modeled with a bunch of different small things that are like space fillers, if you will. There's like skulls and daggers and mostly birds and flowers. So like roses, peonies, little swallows, but all in the same type of aesthetic. Just it's hard to make it out because there's so much, like, you know, those early 1900s pictures of like the tattooed lady. It's just a fucking mirage of different things, but it like head to toe, or well, obviously not head to toe, but what you would, I guess her tunic you wouldn't have been able, so maybe not her neck, but here down. It's just fucking.
Yeah, so you see this.
You don't think she's naked when you see her. You're like, wait a second, what?
Yeah, what is it? Oh.
And as he sees this in time, as if, you know, a comedic movie moment, you find amidst the wreckage now a suit of studded leather armor has survived your destruction somehow.
Well,
and it is worn, and it looks like this. It looks as though it has been carefully oiled, and is supple but strong where necessary, but seems to just be like well used but exceptionally functional.
As I walk up to her, I'm just gonna clean the entrails away.
Yeah. Also, you all have been gifted an advantage. So everybody got one advantage to have as long as you need it. So thank you, PD, for the advantage. That's awesome. We greatly appreciate it. So the party will definitely make use of that. But anyway, you see this there. And Vanan, as you approach, you see her pull out that same suit of studded leather armor that you saw in the back of the carriage yesterday.
Do you want me to add this to my belongings?
You can. And it is, again, seemingly amidst the carnage and the wreckage, unscathed.
Cool. I take it. I'm like, huh, this looks nice.
Wait, these things are perfect and everything else is totally destroyed?
Yes.
I'm just gonna be like, Van's trying to think really hard about things Ozzy has said in the past.
Mm.
Meanwhile, cut to Ozzy. Ozzy's on the bed, just like.
Yeah.
I-
Penguin's laying next to him. Yeah.
I would say like as
And then
I'm
they'll
like,
cast sex magic.
I guess well honestly what I would probably do is start putting the armor on because I'm now ashamed that I am naked and my companion has just arrived. So I'm gonna
yes, as you start to put on this armor, you see, Vanan, that yes, this is indeed magic. Abjuration
Magical
magic, in
armor?
fact. Yes.
Oh
Magical
my
studded leather
God.
armor.
I'm just going to immediately then cast Identify. Because I can do both of those things.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. All right. So,
I don't know what you're doing, and I just see that you're probably studying. You're probably studying the armor, and Lilith is
Van's
like,
eyes flickering, all these colors.
as
Or he's staring at you
Lilith-
getting dressed.
is so fucking uncomfortable. She's like, "Yo,
All right,
like,
hey,
yo."
like you've been you had a really fun time last night. I'm happy you're safe. And I like give her a hug and then I like continue to look at the
Yeah, that's why Lilith's like, "Hey, like, I am very vulnerable right now."
it's funny to me that Vanan has to
Amazing.
think so hard as he's casting these spells, and Igni's just like back there, like on, off, on, off, on, off with detect magic. But anyway, you cast Identify, and this is called Trusted Old Leather, is the name of this magic item. This is a +1 suit of studded leather armor. And
Heyo.
once per long rest, when you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can just choose to succeed instead.
Ooh,
Well, isn't that handy dandy?
It is attunement,
cool.
though. It is attunement.
that makes sense.
Hey Lilith.
Yeah,
Bannon just starts to take off his armor.
Lilith is so like, I will fucking punch you if you move another muscle of that armor off.
He puts it back on.
She's like, you know what? We're not talking. We're gonna travel
We're
in
just gonna go back.
silence.
Yeah, let's go back.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
you stop
get
it,
focused on
sir.
things sometimes. I'm scatterbrained. How are you doing? Are you okay? You
I'm
have
freaked out right now.
How are you doing? As they stand in a circle of entrails and carnage.
I got cleaned it up.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm just delighted in this like very hilarious like TV show sitcom worthy like level of misunderstanding and miscommunication. Like, what is it? Ironic humor, dramatic irony.
Yeah, dramatic irony.
Totally dramatic irony. Lilith's like, what are you doing? And you're like, I just armor.
Are your feet tattooed?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking.
That's by the
Whoa,
way.
all right. I'm just checking because you don't have boots.
Yeah.
So I was just...
It's not about that foot business.
That's fine, because I was going to say, we're going to say for the sake of a shared moment between Vanan and Lilith, as well as for convenience sake, that this studded leather armor is like full pants and a full like suit of armor to the wrist. It's not... So like, for all intents and purposes, you are covered up as you normally are. You just are barefooted with no helm. Although you have a visor for one.
Yeah. It would be like like if you had a bodycon suit or like a cat suit
Yeah.
without gloves or feet, that would be where
Okay,
it also
that's fine. I figured I would just check, didn't know. I know
I
Brittany
think
has
much-
things about hands, and I'm assuming feet tattoos as well. So I'm just making sure that Lilith, how much there's a difference between the two.
Bannon will take off his magical slippers and is like give them to her to wear. And he's like, I don't really need these to like walk around like this. My feet are kind of like.
Can I change into a wolf now?
You can't control it yet.
Oh, what? When can I control it?
we'll say when you find someone who can teach you about it, because if you truly embrace it 100% at this point, you are switched to chaotic evil. That's how that works.
Oh.
You are 100% a full werewolf. So now you can mark yourself down as immune to bludgeoning and piercing slashing damage from non-magical attacks that are not magic or silver. So Vanan, were you to take your regular old bow or your regular old short sword, you could just stab Lilith continually and it would do 0 damage.
Wow.
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
That's really cool.
So I will once are were lions a thing? Celeste, yes they are. And I believe I have to work out the timing, but I believe due to some DM magic that I will explain at the end. Yeah, I'll explain it at the end. So at this point, as you guys are discussing, and Vanan is like put his armor back on and is like starting to take off his shoes, which again in this dramatic irony situation, I feel like Lilith's like, what? You're taking off your shoes and like armors now we're doing shoes. At this point,
she's gonna stop and be like, listen, we need to clear something up right now.
What's up?
What in the fuck are you doing? You're like looking at me all funny and you're taking your fucking armor off
Well,
and
I
shit.
wasn't looking at you.
Explain yourself.
I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at the armor. It's magical.
Okay.
First of all.
This stuff that I'm wearing right now?
Yeah, it's like really cool, magical. Like,
Okay.
Like
Okay,
like,
sorry.
Swanky.
at this point, from the nearby forest, as though it could tell, he could tell, Gremlin arrives.
Oh, my baby. Also, she's like, all right, sorry, Vanan. I just like woke up. It was a crazy night.
No,
I'm not. Yeah, sorry. Can you see where I was coming from?
No, I get it. I don't say things a lot of the time. I kind of just do things, and
Yeah.
I realize that's confusing.
No, it's fine.
No, it's cool. I understand.
Yeah. So you can have this armor, but I would prefer.
No, we don't have to worry about it right now. Let's just get back.
Oh, cool. Thanks for the shoes, by the way.
Yeah, you can borrow shoes.
She's gonna like, like when somebody's trying to show affection, like friendly affection, but they're really not used to it. She's gonna like pat you super hard on the shoulder, just be like, "Thanks, man.
Oh, I know what it
I'm
means.
glad we're buddies."
And you can both fit. You're not in plate armor, and Vanan's relatively light, so you can, if you so choose, both fit on Gremlin, who has a 50-foot movement speed, who can get you back there significantly faster.
Also, I'm pretty sure, Vanan, you're super tall, right?
I'm like 5'11".
Oh shit, I'm way taller than you. So,
Yeah.
but as like a male elf, we probably have the same size shoe.
Well, again, magic shoes, so they resize.
Magic shoes.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Like, gotcha.
But sure, we can say that for fun.
Yeah, we have the same
Yeah.
size foot.
It's like,
I think
so
realistically, I think when you attune to it, it's supposed to resize. But sure, let's just say they fit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You guys are gonna be sharing shoes and clothes for it's over with.
Yep.
Well, now we're forest buddies.
Yeah, we're forest buddies.
So, and you ride back to the monastery on her magical elk. Talk about forest
Birds
buddies.
that yesterday visit us in the sky, like, hey, we're flying now, like you can.
What's up?
Well, we were hanging out with birds yesterday.
Yeah.
So obviously Vanan made friends, and Vanan flies the sky, and bird friends like, hey, what are you doing to the sky? Van's like, I'm in the sky, man. And the bird flies away. It's Vanan and bird. It's the story.
Great story. A+. So you guys ride back to the monastery, at which we'll say that during the ride back, Ozzy and Igni, you wake up.
Oh,
How you feeling?
somebody sucked my life force. Tired and my body hurts.
Magic will do that.
Where are the other two? Did they not return?
They should be coming back soon. I would hope so, at least. Maybe we should go check on them.
Maybe. I am afraid Lilith is going to be.
Let's go. Let's get ready and go see where they are.
I'm always ready.
Yeah, I'm not. So. Go without me.
Oh,
I'll
I
be
guess
there in a
I gotta
second.
wait. I guess I go. Yeah, I'll go wait for them.
Okay. Yeah, so you do, and after everybody gets ready, basically around 8:30 in the morning, you see them both ride back upon Gremlin's back. Lilith in Vanan's purple slippers of spider climbing and a well-worn but seemingly perfectly maintained suit of studded leather armor. Also, her mouth and face are still just covered in dried blood.
So a couple things. You are significantly more stylish
You're
than the
muted.
last time you left here. I don't know.
I would have cleaned her up. I would have.
Oh.
Yeah. Have
If
you ever
she
had,
let
like,
you-
dried blood on you? It's itchy.
Would you... You've had a very tense conversation here, so would you let him prestidigitate the dried blood off your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, see, here's the thing. Lilith is not gonna like read between lines. If she trusts that Vanan would be like, "Oh no, I was just checking out the armor." She's like, "Oh, word, okay, yeah." that
Okay,
makes
cool.
sense, checks out.
All right, then
Like,
never
she'll,
mind.
like, go
She
that super
is...
fast.
Her face is not covered in dried blood. Then.
But they are. You are so snazzy. Is that what happens? You go? Did you go shopping as a werewolf?
We did.
I don't know. I had to put it on. I woke up naked.
You don't
Yeah.
remember anything.
Nope. I don't.
Did you kill something?
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw Lilith naked. You guys will never guess.
Ozzy
Yeah,
walks
I
with
was
the-
naked. That was not this kind of mission. I
What the hell am I talking about? What happened?
Oh my
Oh, hey,
god.
Lilith.
saw her naked.
Lilith's
Nothing
alive, so that's
happened.
good.
Nothing happened.
I'm just glad you're alive. You're here, and you actually... That's a really cool armor.
Thanks.
Oh, now
That's
I'm
what
lagging.
I was saying.
Thank you guys. I don't want. I feel weird. I feel really weird.
Why?
I feel slightly emotionally vulnerable because of all this shit that's happening. I didn't have a lot of control. We didn't have a lot of time to plan for it.
You want to go put your regular armor on? and
Yeah.
then-
Yeah.
don't do
This
that.
stuff is pretty tight though. Like I feel real like limber.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
Leather will do that, yes.
I kind of, Vanna, I know you like this leather, but I'm kind of
That's
digging
cool.
it.
Yeah, you want to keep it.
Oh, your stuff is where you left it in the room, so you can go change.
Fuck. I mean, I love that Moonstone armor, but like also this, I can like do things now.
Yeah, right? No, isn't it amazing? You want to try
Yeah.
and do a dance with us?
I have, I basically sleep in my armor, so like I just am not used. You guys notice Lilith looks a lot smaller than she normally does.
Yeah, she's definitely more slight. Still swole, but slight.
You are small but slight.
Fit,
Yeah.
tone.
So
Like that golden fiddle.
just to run down list, we have in fact come here, talk to Lich. That was big plan. Oh, fed the werewolf. Check. Seen Lilith naked. That's a thing.
You saw Lilith naked?
That
I
is what I tried to tell you. Ozzy
Listen.
Fanning saw Lilith naked.
I saw.
let's be
yeah, we're right.
honest. You guys will probably all see me naked at some point.
It's really crazy, guys. She's got.
No, no, no,
spikes
no,
on
no,
her
no, no,
shoulders.
no.
I don't think anybody needs to know.
Okay.
Nobody needs to know, Vanan.
You guys saw
Hi.
me naked.
No, I saw your feet, okay?
No, you
No.
both you saw Igni and Vanan stripped down after they went through the shit. The
Oh,
literal
right.
shit.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because you
Yeah.
guys were like, oh, we took the easy way down, and they just stripped down in the bar within the Thieves Guild.
Well, Igni has nothing to hide. So
You've also seen Ozzy shirtless. That was about it.
this is true,
You guys-
and we have heard things.
Yeah. Do we all need to get naked right now?
No, that is not this kind of.
I just finished getting dressed.
As
no.
you guys are standing there talking, you see a skeleton like by with a broom,
Just like
Just down.
Hey, Spencer.
it's like we all get naked, we all get really comfortable with each other. Just like, all right, we're cool, we're good. Then we put our clothes back on.
No, I have to be real. I am actually significantly more comfortable with my clothes on
Mhm.
than with them off.
Yeah. Isn't it? That's normal. Sounds right.
It's good. It's good. Right now what? So we go to Summit
Hall.
Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's next step. Summit
Okay.
Hall.
You guys,
Yes.
she gets super serious. Like Batman mode, like there's no fucking around. Literally, she's basically like low-key threatening you. No one is to know about this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is it?
What's up?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Not at all. I am going to be seeking out. I have more questions, but it's not going to happen at Summit Hall. But yeah, so you guys, like, please don't say anything.
We shall keep secrets. I
Yeah.
love secrets.
I mean, technically,
And
you're
the
my
Lich is-
mentor, so.
Just also to remind you, the Lich is also still a secret. He's my homie.
Oh, right.
Okay. So,
Yeah, we bonded last night. I taught him a lot. I fixed a lot of his things with the. Oh, also, Igni can cast some spells.
What?
Oh, yes. I can't. I do it later though, because if I do it now, then I can't do it again, and then I get all sleepy and weird.
well, detect
Do you?
magic is always. That's it at will. You can cast that.
Yeah, but nobody else sees that.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be like, What?
Yeah.
just
But
see
you
that.
can see that her armor is magic.
Yes.
Oh,
Her fancy new armor is magic.
your fancy armor is magical, Lilith. I
What-
did that with
I mean-
my own magic. Ozzy didn't even have to tell me.
I mean, Vanan told me.
Well,
I can do that too, but
sorry, we don't alter into werewolves at night. They can't go on special adventures to kill people. So I stay here and juggle light balls till Ozzy teaches me new stuff.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
get my bag.
My life is that exciting.
It was really boring. I mean, to most people, I feel like. It was just like looking at birds and other animals for the most part.
What was?
A different skeleton comes back the other way. This one's like got a rag is like wiping down the walls.
Oh my
Hey,
god,
Floyd.
can't you find a new place to do that? Can't you tell we are in?
Don't talk that way to Floyd. He's very nice.
I'm sorry, Floyd.
Don't be mean to the help.
Oh, I love this. Oh man.
I tip him. I give him a copper piece.
Ding, 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 ding,
What's
ding.
he going to spend it on? Another life?
Maybe. You don't know. He might have dreams.
aspirations.
He might have hopes.
Do skeletons dream of dead sheep?
Probably.
Why would they dream of dead sheep?
Why would
Why-
they dream of a live shoot?
Why would they dream at all?
All
my God.
questions we may answer on the next episode
Oh, no.
of the Apocalypse.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
Vanan is writing things down on a list that says questions for Renwick.
Mm. Yeah.
So to Summit Hall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanna like give I wanna say goodbye to Renwick, if you guys don't mind.
Oh,
No, yeah.
do your thing.
I go say bye to him.
He's like, look, for you at the parties. No. You look like you're gonna have some fun.
Hey.
Ha!
Like, you guys know when you meet your heroes and like they're super rad as fuck and you like low-key have a weird crush on them? That's Lilith with Renwick. She's like hold on, there's a bunch of sirens. Hold on.
That's him making party noises.
I was about to say, that was like the first time I met Ian McKellen. First time I met Ian McKellen, I
You met him more than once?
Oh, are you joking? We hung out all night at a party in Savannah. Yeah, I did a Shakespeare workshop with him.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm
it is
gonna
dope.
vomit in my mouth right now.
Yeah.
That is not just like anybody.
No,
That's
it's
fucking
not.
Sir Ian McKellen.
No, it's not. I'll tell you stories later of that evening with Sir Ian McKellen. He wore this pair of green Dolce & Gabbana shoes. And this sweater, it was like his. I'm sure he has no grandma anymore, but it would look hand stitched like Carl's the sweater. Yeah, it's Savannah, Georgia. Yeah, he came down to the film festival there at SCAD. They were airing Gods and Monsters.
Fucking, I need to know all of when I
I'll tell you all the things.
August, I'm gonna need all of the details.
We'll get to that conversation in about 5 to 10 minutes. But let's finish out this one here.
Yes.
So he says, "Yo, Lilith, I did not expect the paladin to be so chill with all of the things. Also, you're gonna be great at parties. I hope to be there for the party with the werewolf."
Do werewolves party better than everybody else?
I mean, I've hung out with a non-werewolf, Francis, and then also my friend Francis the werewolf, and he was more fun. So I can only assume they're more fun at parties.
I mean, we'll see. I don't really party that much, but I guess I will now.
He goes,
Yeah.
maybe now you're a party animal.
Womp womp.
Is tonight just like the worst jokes on the planet?
On the planet.
We're
On the planet.
Yeah, we're. This episode's gonna be titled "Cheese and Things."
Yeah. Dad joke. The dad joke. The whole
The dad
thing's
joke.
just one giant dad joke.
Lilith is just like laughing a little too hard at all that. She's like, I guess I gotta try it a couple more times to see what kind of party animal I am. Yeah.
He's like, no, but you're great.
So are you.
Awkward. This is what's awkward.
So
This
bad.
is unbearable.
This has been pretty great having a full episode of Lilith trying to socialize.
Yeah, that actually is what's happening. So she's just like, she kind of shakes it. She's like, yeah, I've got a lot of things that I gotta figure out, but I told you, I promised the first time I met you that I would come back and visit, so I'm sticking to that.
He goes, you did. Look, you're here right now, visiting. Truth.
It's gonna happen again. So just let me know. Anyway, my party's sweet.
He
I'm
goes,
gonna.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. That Aussie fellow, knowledge all around the noodle.
Smart one.
Yeah, it's a lot. Goodbye. And he goes back to his.
Bye. So she's just like, she bows and like is like, yeah, shoot, later, and walks out, and she's like, okay, I guess Summon Hall, guys.
Right. So, you guys get to Summit Hall. Magic time frame. Takes a couple days. Takes several days.
It's gonna
actually.
take us so long, and we're here.
Yeah. So roughly on foot through the Somber Hills. Let's just call it 10 days. How about that? We'll just call it a 10-day. So a Faerunian week, if you will, to get to
Are
Summit
we
Hall.
now almost never mind.
Yes.
Nothing.
You have since switched armors. You're back to normal. Vanan, if you want this armor, you can attune to it. As I said, +1 studded leather armor. Once a long rest. Choose to succeed a dexterity saving throw that you failed.
I mean, I'd be down.
Yeah. I assume.
If someone else would rather have it, I'm down.
I can't wear it, so it's up to you guys.
I am not interested.
Okay. I will definitely put it on them. That
Okay.
sounds cool.
And you have that now. All a function of the fact that I realized there was only one attunement magic item in this game. I need to fix that starting very soon.
Well, that's my first now.
I
Yeah,
was about to say,
that's
I feel
the
like-
second.
I feel like Vanan is decked the hell out. How
Oh no,
much
Vanan
magic-
has the spider climb. Those are those are attunement too.
They are?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm okay with that.
I forgot about that, but those are. So that's 2.
So I've got...
But you bought those. I didn't give those out.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I have 3 magical items. I have the...
Yeah, the other ones aren't.
The Ankeg.
That's not attunement. That's
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
gift from the DM
But
for not exploring the whole place.
I've got the Spear, the Boots, and now the armor.
The armor. Yeah, I have plans. I have a big old list of magic items that I've put together, so we'll get there eventually. So, you guys make it to Summit Hall. You arrive at Summit Hall. What's the haps?
This is where Igni keeps mouth shut.
Lilith is gonna just okay, guys. You remember the last time? Same thing. So she gonna stroll up and do the normal salutes and check-ins.
Okay. You do, and you're eventually taken to Lady Stormbanner. And she sees you and she welcomes you inside. Anything from you, or I'll just jump into her dialogue?
Yeah, Lilith waits respectfully to, the normal.
And she says, "Welcome." I'm doing too much Christopher Walken. It's too much fun. She's, Lilith. And that's all she says. She just waits for your response.
Lady Stormbanner.
And she looks you up and down. And I'm so stuck in walking right now. It's so hard for me to get the rest of the words out that I need to say.
10-year, she's a 50-year smoker.
I know. I'm trying to channel that. And she says, "Wow, I like it. He just destroys my brain every time I think about Christopher Walken." I really want to just be like, and oh no, we got it. We're back. Everything's fine. So, welcome home, Paladin. So you're gonna do this mission that's gonna get rid of this fire witch?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where you need me, right?
Yep.
Okay. What can you... Everybody's in here with me, right?
Yeah, we'll say so.
Yeah.
And she will tell you that there's a ranch out that way, and the people are apparently being terrorized by this fire witch, and it's supposedly near a recently unearthed Uthgat barrow mound. Uthgats are the barbarian tribes of the north. They said that there's some sort of fire witch. That's really all we got.
Excuse me for speaking out of turn, and I try to do the things that I'm supposed to do. And do we know who she is? Does she have a name? Where did she come from? Did she appear? Has she been here for multiple weeks? Is it one of those things been around forever?
She says, all we know is that fire witch terrorizing innocent, I want to say halflings. Let's go with halflings. Yep,
Okay.
halflings. And a fire witch barbarian tribe burial ground. A paladin, perhaps, could deal with any kind of last rites, sanctification. Also, they described a symbol, and she will show you the symbol, and it is the same symbol of the fire cult.
Ah.
Oh, we know that. I know that.
Okay. So,
And she goes, well, great. It sounds like you're ready for the task.
yeah.
She goes, do you need anything from me?
Yeah, we have been traveling. Is this? I know that. Is it all right if we set off like first thing?
Of course.
Tomorrow morning. Okay,
Totally
cool.
fine.
Also, Lady Stormbanner. Do you know if there are any clerics that are going to be coming by Summit Hall by chance?
She says, I mean, maybe. Are you looking for why? Are you ill?
No, just, with the whole burial ground thing and what the little that I know about hags, it's kind of nice to have some holy backup.
I see.
I'm fully capable, but
Of course,
things have been
paladin.
super weird, in the hills. We've seen some shit, that's actually what I wanted to report to you on and kind of update you. I want to, give you my report basically of what I've been encountering the last couple of weeks.
And you do.
Yeah, all of the things.
Okay.
Cult
And
stuff.
she says, this is indeed, we've heard rumors of these, of weird natural disasters happening isolated in different areas, fires and earthquakes, tornadoes, flooding in areas where there's not a lot of water. It's, and there's been talks of different creatures, strange dogs made of fire and other weird things happening all about. So this only further adds to my worry that there's things about, and this fire witch is just the next one in the line of bad things. So she says, I don't have any thoughts for clerics at the moment, although I can reach out and perhaps try to send one your way if that's what you think would be best. While I believe that you are more than capable, as are your allies, if you think a cleric is what you need, I will do my best to procure one.
Yeah, it would just be a personal request if you don't mind.
It's also good to have one round if we go out, fight fire witch, come back with burns and things. Cleric could heal us.
Nice to have. I'm not too good at the whole healing thing.
Me either.
Yeah.
She goes, well, I'll do what I can. If there's all these other things happening to the common folks, perhaps there won't be that many out and about, but I'll see what I can do. She says also these nettlebees, the nettlebees, by the way, they're the farm that's nearby.
Oh, yes.
They're supposed to be really known for prized livestock, so fire and witches is not good for livestock, most likely.
They
So
don't really mix.
yeah, they will have more information, I assume.
Oh, so maybe we should stop by. You could
They
pass
are-
us some more candies, Vanan.
She says their farm is supposedly right nearby this burial ground, as it was only recently unearthed during some of these quaking scenarios.
Oh, I see.
But now there's
Okay.
a fire witch, so I don't understand.
I think you like saying that.
I really like saying fire witch.
I think it's just
Because I really want to call you doll face a lot too, but it doesn't feel right in this scenario. Because I'm a little higher up in the food chain. I shouldn't be calling my paladins and her associates doll face. Doll
Probably
face. Anyway.
So to the farm in the morning.
She says you're more than welcome to stay. The best I can do is I can get you each a healing potion is the best. We can't really deplete our own reserves, but I can spare one for each
Oh,
of you.
that is so kind.
Yeah, that's a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And she says,
Thank you.
rest well, and I'll look forward to your report when you have it.
Yeah.
Wanted to ask a quick thing.
Yes.
There wouldn't have happened to been some sort of a letter or package or something that had arrived for me here, would there?
Oh, right. Remind me what you had asked specifically for something.
I asked for information from my mom
about...
And
you told them we were at Summit Hall.
Yeah, I told her we were at Summit Hall.
Gotcha.
Elemental cults, ancient dwarven ruins in the Deseret Valley, Ogremok, lycanthropy cures. That's it.
Gotcha. She says, are you Ozzy? You're Ozzy, right?
Yes, that's me.
She goes, yeah, a letter came for you.
Oh, thank you.
She hands it to you, and it's
Perfect.
penned in your mother's handwriting.
I'll read that at night.
Yeah, she will basically give you your leave to rest, to leave in the morning. So, you guys rest. You read the letter. I will describe to you next time what it says. So we're coming up to time here.
Yeah.
But we will travel the time to the Nettleby Ranch in fast forward mode now, so we'll pick up there next time. So, to get to that Nettleby Ranch will be... What do I need? 15. About 20 days, we'll say.
Holy cow, really?
It's a long trek. You got to go all the way up. You don't have horses.
Other side of this place.
Yeah, you got to go up. You got to go across that shitty bridge.
I was about to say, did they suit us like with, I guess, supplies and everything we would need?
They gave you food, water, and a healing potion. No horses, though. So you're still on foot.
We had horses, didn't we? I thought we had horses.
You did at one point.
At one point. Oh, horse.
Those are gone.
I miss him.
Yeah, they were stolen at Scarlet Moon Hall. You guys had left them when you rode up to the Scarlet Moon Hall. You left them behind, and they were stolen. You also hear buzz about the thing, about something being referred to as the Scarlet Moon Massacre. Is a buzz that people are discussing. Like just the soldiers talking about, as you guys are eating that night and all that.
Us. That's right.
So, anyway, you guys will make it there. That will be about 20 or so days in the future.
Wow.
So, thank you all for watching this episode of Princess of the Apocalypse. A lot of unexpected things happened. Some expected, some unexpected, and the way things played out were fun and interesting. I hope you enjoyed our little trek into some role-playing, as well as no real combat at all, but a lot of voices for me to do. And by a lot, I mean just the best, just the best one.
Just your favorite.
Anyway, so let's go around the room here and have everybody sign off, as we do have some new folks or people that are newer to the channel. So I guess to my left on the overlay is Brittany. So why don't you tell us who you are and all that good stuff?
I am Brittany. I'm playing Lilith Helder here at in this podcast YouTube video. It's not a podcast, sorry.
Not yet.
I also, speaking of podcasts, I play Arna Delethil in the Venture Maidens podcast. That we do that every other Wednesday. And I guess now I'm a werewolf. I'm really excited to explore this. Anyway, we just redid our Venture Maidens website. Check that out. It's really great. www.venturemaidens.com. And then all of the social media things there as well.
Okay.
Oh, may I?
Sure.
All of you folks who are going to be at Gen Con this year, so in real life, I work as a tattooer. And I mentioned that we've talked about it a couple times in the episode. I'm going to be tattooing for one day at Gen Con. So if you're going to be at Gen Con and you're interested in getting a tattoo from me, I made a Twitter thing. It's also going to be on my Instagram, but I'm currently working on a bunch of designs. So let me know if you're interested in that. It'd be great to do that if you're interested. So there's that.
There you go.
Always in tattoos.
Chelsea, how about you?
I am Chelsea, Little Red Dot. You can find me on those links that Ted just so wonderfully posted in chat. I play a lot of tabletop RPGs. I'm averaging almost 20 hours a week now, between my own channel and all the other ones I play on. So you can hit me up every other Monday, of course, here on Wednesdays with the North by Northwest podcast. Both a player and a DM for our side quest episodes. On Thursdays, you can catch me over on Encounter Roleplay. On Saturdays, you can catch me on Roll For It. And then I have intermittent one-off RPG days called Sunday Fun Days on my own Twitch channel. And I actually just made affiliates. So now you can give me bits and things to do crazy things
Yeah.
on one-off games, which is really exciting. So yeah, that to me, lots of places, but I keep my schedule as well as the link to my Discord where you can chat with me like during the day over on my Twitter. So hit me up there, and yeah.
All right, Bucky, what about you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood Bucky. You can find me on Twitter at Bucky_Masters. I normally play Vendalar Greymire on the Taking Initiative podcast. You can find them on Twitter at TI_pod. And you can also go to our website, thespark.network, and it'll tell you all about us, all the people I work with, and yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, Davis, tell us a little bit about you or what Lex told you to say.
Okay, Lex was pretty open-ended this time around. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Hey, so plug, YouTube channel, that's Dank Dungeons on YouTube. Twitter, our Twitter is at Dank Dungeons TV. Find us on Twitter. Patreon, patreon.com/Dank Dungeons. I'm doing this. I'm saying all of the things he wants me to. I haven't made one mistake yet. Lex is in a couple of games on Off the Table Twitch channel, so check that out. Check out the Twitter for details. Also, Lex wants to thank you, Ted, for your review on the Joy Monster. He was actually pretty cool about that. That's awesome. Thanks, Ted.
Yeah.
Secondarily, he didn't say it here, but we had a little bit of setback with filming the second season or third season of Dank Dungeons now, so we're doing that in a couple of weeks. So it's pretty cool. This coming weekend, 2 weekends.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, I did it, guys. No mistake.
So when I'm Ted, this is my channel, Nerd Immersion. You missed a bunch, if you weren't here at the beginning, ridiculous amounts of excessive promotional material. But I do have a couple things that I want to say that involve some of the folks here, as well as some of you guys on the internet. One, as we stated at the beginning, I feel like it's worth mentioning because there's merchandise on display, that we do have merchandise. And I will tell you, if you want it, wait like a couple days, because TeePublic every so often, about once a month, has a 30% off everything on the website sale. You can get all these things at 30% off. So be on the lookout. There's also in the works a Dancing John's t-shirt. Similar to that design that I had showed you that I very quickly mocked up in paint at work, working on a traditional finalized version of that shirt as well. So that exists. And I will go ahead and put the merchandise link here in the chat. That is that. Second of all, as mentioned by Brittany, Gen Con is right around the corner. It is 2 weeks or so away in Indianapolis, the beginning of August. I'm going to be there. Brittany's going to be there. Bucky's going to be there. Chelsea's going to be there. If you watch the other shows, Celeste is going to be there. Nassim is also going to be there. Josh is going to be there.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of people are going to be there from my show, a lot of the shows that are happening here, and a lot of the other shows that you like. So if you're at Gen Con, I can speak for myself personally. If you somehow find me in the craziness that is Gen Con, the like 8 hotels that it's between, and wherever else we end up, come say hi, get some dice and some business cards, and hang out and talk. Also, I will tell you that there will be games happening that I will be running, at least 2 of them, that are, some are for funsies, some are going to be canonical to the universe of this campaign, as well as the other Monday campaign. That will happen. I have to talk to Davis about where Vanan will be during that adventure, but we'll get there before that happens. So that's a fun thing to look for, and if I can make it happen, and today is Prime Day, so if I'm going to buy a new laptop, today's the day, we'll be streaming that live from Gen Con as well, if I can make that work. So, that's a thing. Okay, that's out of the way. Tomorrow, my homebrew campaign, right here, one of the last few remaining games at this table in this house. If you want to see that, you should come do that, because soon it will be in a new house at a new table. So that's one thing. Also, if you want to see the return of Chongo, who plays the bongos, the wonderful tiefling bard, he will be back again tomorrow night. Yes, he's great.
Sorry, that tickled me.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Also, fun fact: if I can make the timing work, and I think I should be able to, not next week because that's Rise of Tiamat, but the following week, which is the return of this game, I believe we're going to have a guest star from the other Monday game in this game, because we mentioned someone who's in tune with Selene, and we just happen to have somebody who is that in that game. So that may be the person that you need to help you through your understanding of lycanthropy. So I'm going to work really hard to make that happen. So hopefully, Katie is free. We'll see if we can make that work. So.
Ooh, yeah.
We can all fangirl over her in person and be like, look at this shit.
Oh my god, look at us!
Yeah, so hopefully I can get her to do that. If I can't, we talked about how I will have her record things, audio and possibly video, and then we will use that on the stream.
Oh, cool.
So
okay.
we'll get it one way or another, but I'd like to have her here to play. I just have to make sure that they get to a point where I can get her where she needs to be. So we'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I've talked for long enough. So hopefully we see you guys over the next couple of days. That should be fun. Oh, Thursday night, if the whole group is down for it, I would be playing on Firebringer Axel's channel in his Ashwell campaign. I am playing a guy who is, for all intents and purposes, an anthropomorphic shark man with a pet crab. I'm very excited. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, come check that out at twitch.tv/FirebringerAxel. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.
Good night.
Ah.
Bye.